Oh. Oh, wait. I got to get that. Shit. He put it in there. Fuck. Already there.
We're live, motherfucker. We're live.
Hot mic.
Hot mic.
I went out on the air?
Yes.
Yeah, we are.
Well, that's appropriate.
We are.
Score! Score! Score!
Hey folks, come and join the magic every Saturday night at 9 p.m. Eastern on Show Me Your Pick with my good friend Fruitcake Tony and the live crew.
Hey everybody, this is rock journalist Steve Rosen. You are watching the one and only, the guitar pick king of the world, Fruitcake Tony. Everybody rock on, have a good night, and take care, and don't forget to watch Fruitcake Tony. See ya.
Watching Show Me Your Pick, Fruitcake Tony. Rock on.
Hey, this is Joe for the Joe Wentz Project, and you're watching Show Me Your Pick right here on YouTube with Fruitcake Tony. Now back to the show.
I'm Andy Dion, and you're watching
Simon Hosford from Down Under, and you are watching Show Me Your Pick with Fruitcake Tony.
Hey everybody, Jerry Gaskell from King's X, and you're watching Show Me Your Pick with Fruitcake Tony. Right on.
Hey, this is Charlie Farron, and you're watching Show Me Your Pick with Fruitcake Tony. Looking forward to it.
Hey, you're watching Show Me Your Pick with Fruitcake Tony, and this is Cher from Vixen. You better watch this show.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Perry Richardson from Striper, and you're watching Show Me Your Pick with Fruitcake Tony. Rock on.
Hola, amigos. This is Billy Sheehan. You're watching me right here on Show Me Your Pick with the amazing Fruitcake Tony.
Hi, this is Pee Wee Watson.
And this is Kenny Soul
from PKM. And you're listening to Show Us Your Pick with Fruitcake Tony.
Hi, this is Steve Lynch from Autograph. You're listening to Fruitcake Tony on Show Me Your Pick on YouTube.
Hey, you guys, this is Bill Leverty of Firehouse, and you're watching Show Me Your Pick with my brother, Fruitcake Tony. And don't forget to get our new song, Mighty Fine Lady, at firehousemusic.com.
All right, and we are live. Yes, we are.
Who dis?
For the last time.
Right on. Wow.
What's happening?
I'm not crying. You're crying.
It is a great night to be streaming, everybody.
It absolutely is. Fruitcake Tony, Brendan B. Squared. Sandra Pokorney in the house. What's happening? Charles Green, Analog Kid down there. Ed DeBrill, Adam Roach is in the house also. I think he's in the middle of a class
cool.
that he has to teach. Yeah.
Oh.
So he probably heard that.
I don't feel tardy.
He'll be
I think the clock is
joining
slow.
us in a little bit. Yeah, so welcome everybody. Happy Saturday, June the 7th, 2025. Yes, we are. We are 5 years later. Sandra, we're at the finish line, babe.
We are. We are.
Yeah, I'm delighted to have you and these fellas in here tonight for the last time for the 5-year anniversary and the ending of the Show Me Your Pick. This is 253 weeks. Thank you, everybody, for that. Yeah, so
right on.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Yeah.
We are.
So,
like we never left.
Sandra, first of all, thank you for 5 years. I have learned so
Thanks for
much.
bugging me.
I've learned so much about doing this stuff. You sent us all off on our merry way, on our correct course, and you pointed us right to the finish line, and here we are.
I'd say you did all right.
Well,
all of you. Some of you even went off to have your own shows now, so.
True.
Oh, yeah.
Which I'm a very avid fan of.
Yeah.
It's been a huge chunk of our lives. It's been a huge chunk of a collective creative thing, for lack of a better
Yeah.
word, that we
Right.
all poured our love and blood and sweat and tears and screams and yells and fits and everything, and it's been all worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. And everybody here, all our past co-hosts, Bent Tom, he'll be here shortly, um, have contributed in their own, whether it's art or getting guests or doing stuff behind the scenes or the content. It's truly been a collective effort ever since Sandra, me, you, and Steve first started there in June of 2020 with Aerosmith. I remember it well. Seems like just a couple of years ago. Well, it
It
was, but
does.
yeah.
We're so raw. We had
Steve
no idea what we were doing.
Steve will be joining us too here in after about an hour. Yeah. So yeah, we'll have a couple special guests in here tonight. I haven't opened up the chat yet, but thanks for being here for the final Show Me Your Pick. Bittersweet for all of us here, but time rolls on. Sandra, me, and Steve started doing this in June of 2020, and COVID hadn't hit, and Eddie Van Halen was still alive. I wanted to put that in there, and it was and I wasn't in good health then, and it it was a great time, a great storm to come. You know, all of us met over in Johnny Bean's chat several years ago, and you know, a couple people had their own shows from there, but we all knew each other in the community. And I remember, Sandra, you and Gary would go live. You Bent Tom, you and Gary, late at night in Gary's garage.
Yeah.
And we would be in the chat and just hanging out on Friday, Saturday night really late. This was like 11:30 midnight Eastern. And it was fun as hell, and we all hung out several weeks, and that's where really the bug, I think, you started live streaming, you and Gary, and then Show Me Your Pick came later, but it was a great time. And I had already met Charles in the chats, Brendan in the chats, and you know, we all knew each other there like that. But it is nice to look back and see how things have gone. We've you know, aside from meeting each other, we've met a lot of cool people.
We have.
In here along the way, the people that watch this show, the loyal, the faithful, you know, I mean, that's what's going to hurt the most about not showing up every week.
It's going to be weird.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, no, it's been a good run, and I'm glad that all of us are here and available to close things out like this. You know, I think the past few shows we've had a couple special guests, and I think we've closed it out right doing Eddie for the final episode. You know, that was what I always said, Sandra.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
you did it in
they're
style,
everything in the
Tony.
game.
You're going out in style, bro. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. I don't know.
Well,
unbelievable.
Yeah, no, there were a lot of people, and then all of a sudden, a couple of years into Show Me Your Pick, and things are rolling right along, and we're growing, and we decided we're going to do another weekly show on top Show Me Your Pick about Van Halen, and we did for.
And we did.
Couple 3 years. We did. Yeah, and that was a lot of fun. And the guys that helped out on Halenville, Kurt 5150 and Bent Tom, were catalyst in getting that. Johnny Bean also were catalyst in getting that show really moving. Kurt stayed on for 4, 5, or 6 good episodes there, but Kurt was already on a show like that. And but we met a lot of cool cats, dudes, over in Halenville. Just great times, and the guests that we had on those shows, I will never forget.
Nope.
You know. Yeah.
I've said this before. The footprint that you've left in all of our lives is pretty massive. I really haven't realized it fully yet. It's going to take a while. The people I've met, the number of people I've met from you guys, damn.
Yeah.
It's a whole nother life. It's a whole nother life. And
Well,
I just
dude.
want to say, I was minding my own business.
So was I.
Minding my own business. God,
So
you
was I.
drag my ass in here, put me on freaking YouTube, make me hang with you guys, get all involved in this stuff. Thank you, by the way. I want to thank you guys. It's been kind of a fun ride, and I'm not done like Tony. I mean, but he set a really good example. So, anyway, yeah, pretty cool, pretty damn cool.
We'll
guys.
hopefully be watching your show for quite a while.
Yeah.
Charles Green is on YouTube. That guy right there, every Friday night live 9 or 10
o'clock.
p.m. Eastern.
10 o'clock Eastern, yeah. Mitch
Here
Heyman,
on the
Mitch
East
Heyman, my
Coast.
brother and partner in crime.
Yeah.
Right on.
Rocking it with Charles and Mitch. And yeah, it's a good time. They play guitar and they hang out, and all our friends hang out there. And yeah.
Monique says she didn't recognize you, Tony, without the shades, brother.
I know.
You're changing
no more
it up
shade.
already. Look at this, Monique.
These
He's
are
gone.
my-
He's already gone.
These are
Look
my
at this.
new glasses. This is my everyday look now. So I can see finally. There you go. No
I
shade.
think we have some people waiting for us to say hello to them.
Let's
There's a
open up
shitload
the
in there.
chat. Let's do
42
it.
people in there. Get open, yo.
All right. Thanks everyone for being here for the last Show Me Your Pick. And gosh, I know there is. I wish there was a way to ID in the chat the past winner, Sandra, but almost everybody who I'm seeing, I'm trying to scroll up the mountain here. Everyone I'm seeing is a past winner, and there are some, yeah. Yeah. So guys and girls, don't think that there's that 10-shot rock and roll trivia, that weekly game is gone. We did last week. I said it was the last time, but we might have a question later for. We'll tell you later.
Tony's
But it
giving
might
away
be
Eddie's
some
bandana.
serious. It might be
It's so good to see you guys. I'm sorry. Just what a good-looking bunch.
Tony is setting up the anticipation.
Smiling. Look at this bunch, right? Look at that right there. And,
Put it close to your face.
Let me show you this.
Oh my God.
Look at that right there, and look at this right here. And this is on one of my coffee tables.
I don't have that. I don't have that soundboard anymore, Sandra.
I just got those out for Christmas one.
1, 2, 3.
Damn it.
That is my most prized possession
Very cool.
from this show, Tony. That's a Christmas gift from Sandra.
I bet it was. Everybody got one that was on the live crew video.
Yeah.
Let me say this, and I've gathered them all up. If you've ever won anything here, or you've ever sent me anything here, and you included a nice note or a letter, I kept it and I read it, and I've got all of them right here. I'm not going to show them, but I do have all of them. I might show one, but I've got all of them, and I keep all of them, and they mean the world to me because I know you sat down and you wrote something from the heart that, so
Yeah, I mean, it was probably some weird shit.
And if
Yes, Charles, I write weird letters.
Hey, that's vaulted. It's in the vault, girl. Don't worry about it.
Well,
secrets are safe with me.
We have had some, viewers, some fans of the show who have been so kind to send us some really cool stuff. Yes.
Oh my God, yes.
Mugs like that from Patty Deal. Thank you, Patty Deal.
This is awesome. Cool.
Yes, I
Patty
didn't
rocks.
see you last Saturday, Patty, but thank you.
Yes.
You've been such a huge supporter here.
Mine is at work.
Yeah.
That keeps everything cold, man. It's awesome.
Oh, it does.
It looks professional. It looks like a official merch. That thing's killer.
It is.
It's awesome, dude. It's fucking great.
With your name on it.
Got my name on it.
Nice.
Oh, fuck.
I know. But it is, we just try to, we have a good time hanging out and talking about these bands and this rock music, but we do really appreciate the fact that you guys like hanging with us on Saturday night if you're in and not out. I know Saturday, not obviously, but so we appreciate you hanging here, and who is
Late
this?
boy.
Late
Tommy.
boy. There's Late boy.
Nice.
What's up, Tommy?
Not much.
Yeah, he is.
Right on, Tommy.
Got a double stack behind him.
Yeah,
Man,
matching
Breakdown shirt.
Hang on.
Yeah.
with a matching hat. Wow.
Nice.
Your hat matches your
Look
stack.
I got to represent my boys on the last.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Right on, Tommy.
So,
Right on.
I have a question. All right, Tommy,
Yeah.
are you high?
Am I? High on life. That's about it.
He didn't even ask me if I was.
You are.
I'm kidding, Tom.
I'm high in natural joy because Sandra's here, Analog Kid's here, Chuck Verde's here. Like the team's back together,
We put the band back together for the fun.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I wore this one too, because
The band.
and this is not a negative towards Tony,
We're
but
even going to
without
be singing at the end of the
without
show.
No,
Sandra,
you are one of the OGs, Tommy boy. You and Sandra and
without
Gary,
Sandra,
you are
this
the OGs.
Yeah.
Tony, I don't think without Sandra this wouldn't happen. It's like
Right.
she's like the sister,
Absolutely
the
not.
wife, the mom that's like, all right, boys, rein it in. Let's get shit done. Otherwise, you guys are going to get 3% done, and I'm going to have to do 97%. Like, she is like truly, I'm humbled by her dedication, her abilities to do this stuff. 'Cause she started doing
Oh, yeah.
like
It was her show.
none of it, and
Yep.
she Well, of course, we all know how smart Sandra was, but she, like, within a very short period of time, learned a very complex setup. And Tony and I just showed him. We're like, hey, what button do we push? Or where do we go? Like,
I got it. Don't worry
I
about
want
it.
everyone to know she's behind the scenes, but trust me, she's always there. She's always doing stuff. So, and we know, the boys know, we appreciate you, Sandra. So
I love you guys.
We love you.
We'd still be talking to the chat on episode 187.
That's so cool.
We'd be trying to find a way to get. Wait, are we live?
I
Or we
remember
never-
those pick tins. Man, those are.
That's what my picks are in.
I have
those are some cool giveaways.
all the ones you sent me, Sandra, like, and all the stuff Tony sent me. I have it all here at my desk. I have the other ones down here. But here's the little Van Halen's, Eddie Van Halen's Tony sent. Like, I've got all kinds of stuff right here.
Right on.
Tony, you know what you should do now that Tommy's here? You should kick me off for a second
I got one of those backstage pass. I got
and rearrange everybody so you can take that same picture again that Sandra sent you guys.
Oh yeah. You got to do a before and after. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that's brilliant.
do a new one. Do a new one. I don't mind being off of it. Just you six.
Oh no, Ed, you got to.
No. Rearrange everybody so it's the same as that one.
Hang on. Let's do that. That's a good idea.
And then we bring
Everyone
Ed
give a
back in
second.
and take
I'm
another picture.
gonna open
Yeah,
up.
there you go.
We
I
got
can
to
do
have
that.
one with Ed.
But
So,
I agree. My son
Ed,
graduated.
He'll be
on
right
Wednesday.
back. I'm gonna put you in the green room. Don't eat
got it.
all the food.
From high school.
All right.
My son
There.
graduated Wednesday, so we took
right.
pictures with myself and his mother and me, and then we took them just with myself, just with my ex-wife, his mother, and also with him and his stepdad. Like, I think that's,
That's high school, right?
important. Yeah, high school. He's going to nursing school in
good.
Philly.
Oh, really? Awesome.
Yeah, Thomas
We have-
Jefferson.
My son's friend went to Scranton and he's working at Chop. Actually.
Oh, awesome! I was at Chop for a while.
Yeah.
What order is that now? Okay.
Oh, I have that in the other room, my other case.
Sandra,
All right,
Tony,
B,
Tommy,
squeeze that.
Char. Oh, hang on.
Oh, I don't have the beard. I can
I got
grab
it.
that
I
hat.
don't think I can
Okay,
screenshot
got
that.
I
that.
do have that hat.
All right. You see that?
Yeah, hang on a second.
That's me pre-headphones.
Hang on, Sonny. Yeah, there we go. Right there. I got it.
All right.
Okay, good.
It's,
Let me save
there
that.
it is.
Let me save
The
that
same
for
picture.
Excellent.
Nice.
Excellent.
Ba-da-ba-ba.
Nice.
See.
All right, Ed. You can come back now.
That's awesome.
There he is.
Right on. Right on.
All right.
Are they racing in your neighborhood again, Sandra?
Always. And the neighbors, I don't know if you can hear the neighbors karaoke or not, but that's what I giggle at every once in a while because they're getting drunk and trying to sing, and it cracks me up.
What are they playing?
They're Asian. I have no idea.
Oh,
That was my next question. Is it mariachi music or
No.
I had Latino neighbors who spoke very little English at one point, and it was great because I never knew the names of most of the bands, but I got so into Latino and Tejano music because I had moved up from like the Texas area. But it's like great music, but they literally, you think you listen to a lot of music? This family listened to music 16 hours a day.
Wow.
So, let's open up chat, kids.
Yes.
Let's
Crack it
do
open.
that. Let's
Take
do
that.
that. All righty. All right.
Okay.
Steve's here. What's up, Steve? Good to see you, dude. Thanks for being
Right on,
here.
Steve.
Millie Vanilli.
Elvin
Right
Bishop,
on,
good
Millie.
call.
Right on, Millie.
Yeah.
Say hi to Vanilli.
Okay. There is Sandra right there.
I
As
heard a
always.
Oh, she's right here. I see her.
Yeah, me too, B. Steve Rezor's here. What's up, Steve?
What's up,
Wow,
Steve?
Steve.
I don't have anything on.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. R2, R3 locking nut is in the house. What is
Right
up,
on, bro.
R2,
Right
my
on.
brother? Yes, R2 was he was instrumental in the very early days of Halenville here on this channel. R2, it's always great to see you. R2, R3 is the king of trivia, is where I got my early motivation when I saw him writing his trivia years and years ago. R2, good to see you, bro. Thank you for
Right on,
being
R2.
here on the final one, man. Means a lot, dude. Yeah,
Right on,
R2 has been a guest here several times here. Several times.
What's up,
Yeah.
Boner Jams?
Boner Jams, Boner Blessings. I
Boner.
hadn't gotten that far yet, Tommy. Let me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
We'll
you're
get
good.
there about 11.
You're throwing them off
Get there
course.
about 11. Dave
Right on,
Z
Dave.
is in the chat.
let 'em off
Dave,
the
good
grid.
to see you.
Right on.
I'm out of practice.
Dave.
Dave, you rock, man.
Right on. There's Dave right there on the left. Dave and
Nice.
Sova
Oh,
up there
yes.
at the machine shop in Flint. They are rock heads. They are the all-time winningest trivia player. Sova is
like the
the
guy in the
all-time
back.
winningest, and Dave
Yeah.
is the all-time winningest. He got
So
all
is
10
Dave in the
correct.
red shirt and Sova's in the hat?
No, other way around.
Other way.
Dave is in the hat.
Okay.
Sova's
Yeah,
in the red
Dave.
shirt.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And the guy in the back is not happy with them. You can
No.
see.
No, he doesn't look like he does.
He's like, what the hell are you doing? I didn't say you could
I
take my
wanted
picture.
that.
God damn it. Damn it, Bobby.
Yeah, he's jealous.
I know.
He looks like he's in government.
I think the guy right behind Sova, not the guy in the black shirt, but the guy right behind Sova,
Yeah.
enjoying the fact that his wife's gone to the hot dog stand.
I don't know.
You see the empty seat there. Dave, good to see you, bro. Thank you for your support, man.
Dave is coming to visit me.
Appreciate it.
Cool.
Dave is coming to visit me this fall.
Oh, nice.
We're gonna hang out
You're
together.
gonna have a visitor, aren't you?
What show
Oh,
are you
Sandra's having
going
a
to?
visitor too soon.
We're gonna go see a local band, Wildside. He wants to see them, but we'll probably go someplace else. We'll probably see.
They do like 80s hair stuff.
Yeah, we'll probably go see somebody at the club casino or something too. I don't know.
Didn't you used to work there?
No.
Let me say this. Dave Z up in Michigan, and I can't show you right now, but up on my wall a couple of years ago, Dave sent me a canvas, and it's huge, of Eddie Van Halen's guitar, and it's a painting. It's on a canvas, print like that, and it is so lovely, and it's on a certain piece of wall over here. Dave, I love it, man. It makes this whole room just come alive, dude.
I remember.
Dave's been so great for 5 years, man. Glad you enjoyed the shows, bro. I hope to meet you in person, man. We can catch a show. I have time now. So
Since he's on Chris Sawa's level, right? And since he's done 5 years with us, can he put his top 5 in the chat?
yes, Dave Z's
Can he
work.
do that?
Yes.
He can do honorable mentions if he wants.
All
But at
right.
least 5.
All right. Let me continue here. Hip Metal Works in the chat. What's up, Hip?
Hey, Hip.
Good to see you, dude.
Right on, brother.
Thanks for being here, man, and thanks for watching the show. I've seen you here for years now. I think you're up north of the border up there, but
Yes.
always great to see you here. I see you in the community elsewhere. Yeah, good to see you, dude. Thank you, man. Zach Thong, good to see you, dude.
Hey, Zach.
Right on, Zach.
Right on, Zach.
Zach is the man. Everybody knows Zach here.
He's a very kind young man.
Yeah, I think Zach's a. I think
Chris
Zach's.
K. Dave's list is in the chat.
Getting it right now.
I think Zach's a fellow North Carolinian, Charles. Yeah.
Is he really?
Yeah. Not north, but south.
Good one.
Haystack Glass. What's up?
Okay.
Yeah. All right, let me see here.
Well, we need to hook with Tony. We need to hook up with him in the future here.
Zach's close.
You know, you got a lot of extra time, and we're going to be seeing some shows, so we need to make that happen.
Haystack
That's awesome.
Glass.
Yeah,
Go to
guys, Tea Cake's not going away completely. We're going to drag him back and keep him in the limelight here.
That's cool, Sandra.
Hey, Tim Thomas, good to see you here, man.
Shameless plug.
Right on, Tim.
Yeah. We will talk about our guy there, Sandra, here in a moment. Tim, no, our bowl maker, our glass maker. Yeah.
Yes.
Nice to see you here. I'm glad you made it here for the final one, Tim. You've been a big supporter here for a long time, dude. Multiple winner. Yeah. Thanks, bro. Cheers, dude. Let me scroll here. Here he is. Here he is. The all-time winningest 10-shot rock and roll trivia player, and even before, when we didn't even call it that, we just had one question per week.
Trivia time is what it was. Just straight up trivia time.
Yeah.
That's it.
But this guy has won more times than anyone else, and it's been so great to meet him. I have not met him in. Charles has met him and Dave in person. But we feel like we know Sova and Dave. Charles.
Those guys are the biggest rockers. If you aspire to be a rocker, you just use them as your pattern and you'll be fine. Never met bigger rockers than those two guys, period, hands down.
Right, but
awesome.
Tony, he was in the backstage thing.
He was a couple times.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was.
Yep.
Yeah.
We used to have backstage parties.
Yep.
He checked in from a bunch of shows too.
Oh yeah.
He has gone live with us from the machine shop in
I got the masters. You had to have these.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know, Charles wouldn't let you in without those.
We've gone live to several bands at the machine shop, thanks to Dave Z and Sova. So yeah, dude, good times, man. Fun. Glad you enjoy the show. Glad your collection's growing. And thanks for everything, dude. Sova, I love you, bro. You are just absolutely the man. You rock, man. I love your collection, dude. I love how you get picks too. You know how to go to shows and you know who to see, and you are a true collector, a true hound of guitar picks like we've always been. That dude knows how to do it. You know.
So show.
Thanks, Chris.
You know, Tony, I got to point it out. Those guys have blessed all of us with a lot of really cool guitar picks.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I've sent a lot of envelopes our direction, man.
Especially those
They've also supplied us with some great live footage at certain shows. So thank you for that.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Damn right.
Right on.
Damn
Right
right.
on.
And let's not forget the killer machine shop picks that come from there. Those are killer.
Those machine he has,
Yes, they are.
and
Those are
I've
amazing.
sent those out in
got
prize
a bunch.
packs here.
Sure.
Many, yeah. Thanks, Chris and Dave, man. Good times, bro. Good times, man.
I just remembered. He was going to like 2 or 3 shows a week, like every week.
Yeah.
Man after my own heart.
Yeah.
Nothing like live music, man.
So there is our resident glassmaker, William De Silva. Good to see you, William.
Right
Thanks
on,
for
William.
being here, dude.
For tobacco use only.
For tobacco use.
That's what I was going to say next. Ed, do you have your tobacco pipe? Or for burning herbal incense?
Or your tobacco water pipe?
That's exactly what I use mine for, burning herbal stuff.
Yeah.
Or your tobacco water pipe?
It's incense for
Plants.
the throat.
Oh, sure.
It's all natural.
Oh, sure.
Do you remember when you had to
Plants,
ask
yeah.
for a tobacco water pipe or they'd kick you out?
So William makes he is a glass artist, and William makes these glass bowls with all these colors. He does.
No, never. I don't remember that. Sorry.
William can make you a red, white, and black Van Halen style, I guess, bowl, right? He can.
If that's what you want to call
He
it.
probably
Tony.
could.
He made us one.
he did make
for a show, and we
He made
gave
me
it
a ghost.
away on a prize pack a couple of years ago. And Ryan OU812 won it, but I shipped it. I already had it. I think I shipped it to Ryan, but it was fabulous, dude. It was just fabulous. Red, white, and black. I don't know if Ryan uses it for, but it's beautiful. It's just beautiful, you know. William, thanks for everything, dude.
Thank you.
Can't get that.
Right on, William.
You can't get that. You can't get that at the official store.
Called Tobacco Road, because we did in Walpole. Did you guys have that?
When I lived in Miami.
Called Tobacco Road.
No, but when we lived in Miami, I did. We had a Tobacco Road.
Oh, so is it a chain thing?
I don't know. I mean, that's the only one I ever knew when I lived down there.
Well, to talk to you, Ben, about what they did there, what we were just talking about. They sold, what do you call them? Tobacco pipes? Water pipes?
Water pipes?
Oh, okay.
Oh, sure. That's what they're using.
That's different then. This was a bar and a blues club.
Oh, no, we had a mall store that also sold like rock and roll memorabilia. You could buy buttons there, you could buy patches. It's kind of like a head shop. But they had the pipes underneath the glass, and of course they were used for tobacco use only, of course.
Yeah, we only had a head shop that sold like hippie girl dresses and
incense,
dream catchers and incense as an excuse to sell you tobacco water pipes and actually sell you stuff other than tobacco.
Oh,
in the
yeah.
back.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you for the clarification.
I need a
The record store that I grew up going to had the biggest flipping head shop you have ever seen, with
Gotta love
everything you could imagine, floor to
records.
ceiling. It
Maybe
was,
talking about
quite
this and not
impressive.
mention Quentin James and his schlong bong shop.
Absolutely, absolutely.
There's Cameron Dean. And
What's up, Cameron?
Hey, Cameron.
Hey, real quick, Tony. I'm sure CK knows this. Just over the border in New Hampshire, there used to be a shop called Headlines.
Oh yeah, that's what I was
And they sold adult toys, marijuana stuff, and all kinds of fantasy stuff like swords and stuff.
Ask Ed how he knows.
What a weird place.
You could get bootlegs in there too.
Bootlegs too. Yep, all kinds of musical bootlegs. What an amazing shop.
Adult
Oh my
toys
God.
and swords.
Still around?
Yes.
Those adult
Now,
toys
it
and
is-
swords. That shouldn't be allowed.
No, it's not still around now.
Is that where you
But-
got your Halloween costume from last year, Ed? Be honest.
No, I got mine. I got mine from what's it called Halloween. Halloween. The Parasite store. What do they call that?
Adam
place?
Eve.
The guy from
Parasite store.
It takes over the
Spirit-
stores that close
Spirit
down.
Hallow-
Spirit Halloween.
Spirit
That's
Halloween.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Mike's hot as fire, brother. I'm sure
You got it right from the guy from
God, those
YMCA.
name rings are gone.
Village People. That was a couple of years ago. That one.
Yeah, that was fun. You got another thing coming.
Uh-huh.
We'll see that image shortly on a.
Oh, great.
I've prepared a little. Ed has helped prepare a little slideshow.
Oh, boy.
Little historic images that
Oh, that's
we'll
right.
see in a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. All right, continue. Sorry to interrupt.
You were quite sexy that Halloween, Ed, I must say.
Yeah, I should have gone out to that bar, though, afterward.
Shouldn't have, no. Been a lot of dollars, though.
Ryan OU812.
$20 is $20.
Yeah, got a lot of dollars in that G-string, Ed.
I forgot all about private chat. I'm sorry.
Thanks for all of your
You reading it?
support here, dude.
I put something in there because I got a guess.
We've gone live with OU812.
We
on
sure
there
do.
Oh, we did.
I didn't know that. That was
You're
actually
right.
47.
Right.
Yes, a little while back, a year and something ago. You can catch Ryan on YouTube. Let me see. Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, Community Jam 5 p.m. Eastern, but also now they're going to pop in on Saturdays.
Yeah, we're still warm, and he
Yeah,
takes the
what the
spot,
hell?
dude. We're not even gone yet, Ryan.
He said, dibs. Got dibs.
He did.
Wait,
I think they're stopping. I think they're stopping the show on Sunday at 5 now and putting a new slot, right?
I think so, but Tony's like,
Maybe I should-
yeah, and June 7th will be the last show, and all of a sudden Ryan's in the chat. I'll take it. I'll take that. That's mine.
We'll paint the walls first. I'm trying to get my deposit back, so chill out.
That ain't gonna happen.
Ready by next Saturday.
I hope they don't pull up the carpet.
They're not getting the green room.
One next Saturday.
Yeah, it'll be
What?
And he found footage tapes mailed directly to me immediately. Thank you.
Oh boy. It wasn't me. It's AI.
Absolutely. It's a deep fake.
That's right. Correct. There it is.
Fuck him out of coffee.
Still clean.
God, that's clean.
Somebody vacuumed. Oh my God.
Yeah, right.
Ed.
I'm sure there's some used condoms underneath the couch.
Oh
and-
God.
Ew, no.
Ed vacuumed in that Halloween costume. With the...
Oh, dear Lord.
I don't know the under the bus guys. I don't know what they did with that blow up sheet that was in there, but whatever.
Oh,
kind of looked. It had a Slipknot mask on it. It was weird.
Oh,
You know, with the nose.
I think they burned it.
Bind it, vanish it. Bury it, throw salt on it, never speak.
We had to disinfect the room after they came on.
Oh, I'm sorry, who?
Under the bus guys.
Wednesday night at 9.
We left the green room unlocked all night till 6 a.m. and it was in quite disarray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Empty bottles.
For sure.
Stains.
Yeah, and
on the ceiling.
Yeah, I know. Somebody spilled a water bottle or something.
Don't put a black light in there.
I know. Don't. That's right.
The bottle of something, but it wasn't water.
You bottle anything in a glazed donut.
Nice.
Nobody's ever regurgitated.
Oh,
in
moving
our
on with the
green
cat.
room.
Hi,
No one's
Monique.
ever regurgitated what?
No one's
Huh?
ever regurgitated.
Somebody's
it.
waiting. Where's he at?
You were cutting out, Tony. I couldn't hear the last two words. No one's ever regurgitated
In the green room.
Oh, in the green room. I was gonna say, Steve
Tommy
O
was
from
close.
Jackass used to regurgitate in front of me on a weekly basis, but that's a whole different story.
Edward Nugent in the chat. What's happening?
Right on, Edward.
You do.
Huge.
Edward.
What's up, Ryan Hall?
Ryan Hall, y'all.
Yes.
Right on, Ryan. Hey, Ryan, I hope you're healing well, brother. Right on, brother.
Monique.
There's Mitch Heyman, I see. I don't think
Hey,
I've
Mitch.
been as far as you guys have.
Mitch, right on, brother.
Mitch.
Good to see you, Mitch.
And Ryan,
He's
tell your
about a
son I
quarter
said
of the way
konnichiwa.
Dwight Bailey in the chat, right on. So Dwight was Charles Green's guest last night. Right
Man in
on.
the house.
Dwight Bailey rocks.
Nobody moved.
Dwight Bailey rocks.
Charles, we were discussing earlier today. What is your
Really
favorite Dwight song?
Burnt my biscuits again.
Oh, okay.
Coffee on my clock. Coffee on my clock is my second. And then he does an acoustic.
That's mine.
You know, there's something he didn't do last night, you guys, that I really kind of wanted him to do, but we're gonna have him on again. He does this finger picking thing on his acoustic guitar, and when he did it, Mitch and I, our jaws dropped. And it was the most beautiful damn thing I've ever heard him play, and it was beautiful. And he did it on that hummingbird. It was beautiful. And I kind of wanted, but he just didn't do that again on the show. So anyway, we'll come back. We'll come back to it.
Yeah.
Love Dwight Bailey. Love Dwight Bailey.
How nice are his acoustics, Charles? Like they're
Everything we
custom,
see
like,
just
custom.
With the peacocks was just exquisite.
Oh, that was a nice
Wasn't
one.
that just the most beautiful thing you've ever seen?
The one that's
you know,
the whole fretboard.
the whole show was just one gorgeous custom high-end guitar after another. And they
That's all he has.
Those Jacksons.
Alex
Oh my God.
Lifeson. He's got
That
an
dude don't
Alex
fuck around.
Lifeson signature that, Brendan, dude, you owe it to
I know.
yourself to see it if you haven't. But you may have seen it before on David Nestor's
Brendan
show.
saw it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
I think
I've
so.
seen
Rest
it.
in peace, David Nestor.
You were there that night, Brendan. We got the whole tour.
Guitars.
Brendan,
Oh, yeah.
is Gibson?
Huh?
Yeah, there's
Brendan,
Gibson.
the Alex Lifeson guitar. Is
You're
it
breaking up a
Gibson?
little bit.
Yes, it is.
You're
It's
breaking
a
up a
Les
bit.
Paul. It's a Les Paul with a Floyd Rose.
Yeah.
Sunburst?
No, I think it's like
No.
a red color.
It was a reddish. Yeah,
It's a red one. Yeah.
very pretty.
It looked like I want to say
Under the bus high.
I may get this wrong, spalted maple cap with a red stain to it.
Yeah,
I think
like
that's what it was. I may have seen it wrong.
Transparent. Yeah, no, I think you're
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
That's on
Beautiful.
last night's show, Charles?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes.
Your show.
Yes.
Yeah, he was on. Yeah.
Good
Yes.
to see you, Dwight.
I want his
Thanks,
Vibra
Dwight.
Kings. He's got a matching pair of those custom shop Fender Vibra Kings from the 90s that were, they weren't cheap to begin with, and then everyone realized, ooh, these are really, really good, and now they're sought after.
Papa Blue in the chat. What's up, Papa?
Right on, Papa. Good to see you,
All
Papa.
right.
What's up, Bo?
Under the bus.
See you, Papa. Thanks for your
Under the
support,
bus.
dude. You've been in this chat forever, for years, dude. Thanks for hanging around, man. Always
on.
great to see you, dude. Let me scroll here. If you are just joining, say hey in the chat. Gretch Zeppelin's here. What's up, dude?
Oh.
Yeah, good times, Gretch. You've been in here a lot of weeks. You won a lot of weeks too. But yeah, thank you, brother.
Yeah, he did.
Gretch Zeppelin. Yeah, dude.
Right on, Crutch. Right on, man.
Cushman NYC. What's happening, dude? Good to
He's
see
holding
you,
it down, man. That's what he's doing.
Nice.
Right on,
Nice.
Kush. Kush
Yeah,
rocks.
thanks for being here, Kush. Good to see you as always. You see Kush all over town. Always great to see Kush.
Some more than others.
All right, there is Monique in the chat. Great to see you, Monique.
Yes.
So Monique is Ed's cousin down there, and they live near each other and all like that. And it's been great to get to know Monique, as well as the 2-3 years that I've gotten to know Ed. But thank you, Monique, for all the weeks here, all the fun times you've won here too before. Yeah, some fun times here on Saturday. Thanks for your support, girl.
Yes.
Yeah, right
If it's
on,
not too
Monique.
much to ask, can she drop her top 5 bands in the chat?
All right.
There you go.
Right on.
Okay.
I didn't know where you were going there, CK. Drop your top.
What?
Oh,
I don't have to say it, do I?
Look, Ed, in Ed's defense, he
I don't have to
paused
say it,
after
do
the
I?
word top, and I did the same thing.
Hands in the chat.
What?
What?
I was
Funny
muted,
as
but
hell.
I just said
That was
I'm
awesome.
so glad you said 5 bands in the chat right now.
Right.
Excellent. Hey, Brian Bouchard is in the chat right now, you guys.
Brian
he's also in the green room.
Bouchard, he is also in the green room.
We haven't forgotten about you, Brian.
We have
Even
not,
better.
Brian. We are going to get through this chat, and we're going to turn the corner there. Let me continue here. I think we're almost to the bottom. There's Patty Deal.
Hello,
Hey, Patty. All right. So I want to, girl, you have been such a huge supporter of this show, Patty, and
Yes.
all of us here on the panel, and not just us here, but our friends who YouTube here in the community also. You are right there in all the cool chats that we're in, that we think we're in the cool chats. You are right there too. We love you, Patty. Thank you for all of your support here. All you sent some stuff that you didn't have to send, but you care about us, you care about the show, you enjoy the show.
That's all we can ask.
And thank you for being here. Yeah, we enjoy your company, Patty. We most certainly do. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Ricky.
All right. Let me continue. God bless you, Patty. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Patty. Hey,
All right. Let me continue. Yostinator in the chat. What's up, dude?
Yes.
Right on. Right on.
Right on.
Right on.
We've seen Yostinator before. Yes, we have. Good to see you, man. Thank you for being here tonight. I'm trying to hustle down to the bottom of this thing. If I can find an unfamiliar new name here. There's John DeShane in the chat. What's up, John? Good to see you, sir.
Right
Part
on,
of the
John.
O crew over there on YouTube. Storming it up.
John,
Yes,
this is for you, John.
Nice.
I love it.
You too, Tom.
Randy Price in the chat. What is
Hey,
up, bro? Randy's part of the
rocker.
O crew
Right
over
on,
there
Randy.
with Ryan. Yeah, great guitar player, great dude. Randy, bro, thank you for all your support here on this channel. Randy's been a special guest of ours on Halenville. He's a top-notch dude, a great guitar player, big rock fan, big Van Halen fan too. And doesn't live too far away from us either, Charles.
That's very true. That is very true. In fact, we're going to be seeing him and Ryan here. They're coming to North Carolina. I don't know if it's next weekend or the weekend after that.
Really?
But, yes. Yes, Tony. If you actually wanted to, I'll help make that happen, and you can.
Randy,
you can hook up with all of us.
paths are gonna cross. Our paths have almost crossed for a show or two here in the past couple of years. Always a pleasure, Randy. God bless you, sir. Keep rocking, dude. Enjoy what you're doing over there with Ryan. And thank you, brother. Just thank you, man.
Right on.
All right, let me see here. All righty. And if you are just joining, say hey now. Hey now.
Mm-mm.
All right. We're going to get to the bottom.
Hoo-yo.
I got everything you wanted. All right, we are approaching the there is Janice Lala. Good to see you, Janice.
Hey, Janice.
Yes, always good to see. She was a special guest here on our show
up,
back
Janice?
3 or 4 years ago in the early days of Show Me Your Pick.
Yeah.
Great to see you, Janice. Thank you for being here on the final Show Me Your Pick. Yes, ma'am. Great to see
Right on,
you.
Janice.
Yeah.
Right on, Janice.
All right, there he is. Boner blessings amongst us. Boner
I think we have
jams
2
in the
people waiting
chat.
now.
The man himself,
Beesman.
the special sauce of the Wednesday under the bus crew.
Brian.
Ooh, they're yelling.
Yeah.
Gonna be a
Beesman
fight.
himself. Good to see you, Boner Jams. Thanks for being here
Right
tonight.
on, Boner.
Yes, sir.
Right on.
We love Boner Jams, dude.
Oh, Andy.
Lucy, come here. Lucy, come here.
Man, I just realized we're not going to hear you yell at Lucy anymore, Tony.
Lucy,
now that
come here.
sucks.
Come here. Come. All right. I request isolation.
Lucy, you got some
Okay,
slated to
here
do.
we go. All right.
I do have something.
Oh,
look at her.
Oh,
look at the bandana, a little scarf.
that is awesome.
Our very good friend John Mancuda wanted me to mention, do not miss him tomorrow night on the TLC channel, the season premiere of Virgins at 9 p.m.
TLC season premiere.
Right on.
Right.
Get the F out of here.
And
Right on.
we have a
He'd
little
like
later.
to be here tonight, but for reasons I can't disclose, he sent a little clip for Tony to play.
Yes,
in a
we
little
will
while.
see a little
Yeah.
Mancuda tonight. John Mancuda, let's not forget. He was with us for 3 or 4 episodes and showed some historic
Loves
guitars.
BC Rich guitars, yeah.
Yes,
Oh my God.
he did.
Got a
Yes.
wealth of knowledge.
Yes. And those Mancuda Show Me Your Picks were awesome. They were awesome. We'll see John here in a moment. Lucy.
She's like, what?
Yes,
Look
Dad.
at those eyes.
Your
All right.
microphone's on my head,
Look
Dad.
at those eyes.
Lucy's like, am I ever going to be on YouTube again?
When are you going to get me my own channel? I keep asking you. Look at the eyes. I'm showing you the whites of the eyes. Come on. Get me my own channel.
All right.
All right, put me down, Dad.
Put me down now.
She's taking the Saturday slot.
Nice.
All right. Lucille. All right. All right. Let me see if there is anyone else in the chat that we haven't recognized.
There's a bunch.
And the rest.
And the rest. Wayne
We
McConnell's
love all
here.
you guys.
Good to see
What's up?
Wayne.
Yep, Wayne's in there.
Right on, Wayne.
All right. I am seeing. All right. There she is.
Would you hit the wrong button, Sandra?
Don't ask.
All right.
All right, let me see here. Let me see if there's anyone else before we get to the bottom. I'm trying to get to the bottom. Jeff K's in the house.
What does this button do?
Right on,
Hey, Jeff
Jeff.
K.
Jeff.
Yeah, thank you, Jeff, man. You've been great here. Thanks for your support,
He
bro.
has. We love Jeff K.
Jeff K's won here
Right on.
numerous times, 3 or 4 weeks in a row. And I remember when he was winning, when he was in his hot streak, he was killing it.
Yeah, you couldn't beat him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just saw where you're at, Tony. Holy shit. We're going to be here all night saying hi to everybody.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I got that
Probably
poster.
throughout the show.
Haywood,
Right on.
good to see you, man.
Right
I
on,
thought you were going to say it.
No,
I thought you were going to fall for it.
not doing it.
Nice to see Haywood.
Not gonna do
What's up,
it.
Hayward? And by the way, no.
Not gonna do it.
I don't fall for the snake trick either.
We're not gonna fall for
What
the
are we-
banana in the tailpipe.
What are we, substitute teachers?
All right. Yes. Arkansas in the
Hey,
chat.
Arkansas.
Right on.
Holy crap! Yeah, we are gonna be here all night.
Oh, you see where he is now, too?
Okay. Arkansas, thank you. Thank you, babe. Thanks for your support here. Always great to see you in this chat, and I see you in others also. I do. And thanks for your support.
Oh,
There's
okay.
Brian Bouchard. We are going to
Yeah.
bring Brian in here momentarily.
Right.
Adam too.
Right
Adam Roach is in the chat.
just
And
bring him in now.
Yeah, bring him in.
Just say hi to them.
Hang on. Let me see if anyone else, so I can. Ryan Hall. There's Ryan Hall. What's
Ryan
up,
Hall,
Ryan?
Right on, Ryan. It's good to see you, man.
Yeah,
Billy Baloney.
yeah. Ryan Hall, dude. Thanks for your support, man. You've been awesome, dude, for 5 years, bro. Gonna miss you every week, man. Really, Ryan. All right. Let me see here. Billy Baloney. Hadn't seen Billy in a little bit. Right on, Billy. Good to see you over here, man.
Hey, Billy.
Thanks for
Billy,
your
Billy.
support. Yeah.
Is that a
Billy,
new
Billy,
name?
Billy.
Billy?
No, Billy, we know him.
Oh,
Ben Coombs chat.
that's
Billy
right.
Baloney.
We do.
Yeah.
He's
over
a
from Ben.
fellow water buffalo.
Hey,
Yes.
Bob the
Yeah.
Baloney.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Good
Billy
to see
Rock.
you,
Billy,
Billy.
Billy.
Thank you for
Right on.
being here, man. Lawnmower tapes in the chat.
Wow, I haven't seen one.
Yeah.
Wow. Hey, lawnmower tapes.
Good
What's
to
up?
see you, dude. Multiple winner here on the channel.
Nick.
Moldable.
Yes, he has. All right. Nelson Rodriguez in the chat. Good to see Nelson.
Oh, no.
Right on, Nelson.
Good.
Nelson normally shows up in the last 5 minutes of the show, Sandra. But he
True.
leaves more comments. For those of you that don't leave a lot of comments, Nelson leaves more comments than all of you combined.
Or he shows up like 2 days or 3 days before the stream ever even starts.
Right.
And he'll leave comments.
Am I early?
Did I win?
Here's the question.
There is the Under the Bus Network.
Right on.
Hello, boys.
Oh,
Thanks,
yeah.
dudes. Jay Hannon, Boner Jams, Kurt 5150. Yes, dudes.
And Caleb Rappaport.
Yes,
Clabe.
that is.
By the way, he just, I don't know if you guys follow him, but he just dropped a couple of videos in the last couple of hours. Do yourselves a favor. If you're into Van Halen, check them out. They are absolutely flawless. Word.
Okay,
Word.
right
He's
on.
amazing.
Right on.
All right. Uploads from Caleb on his YouTube. Right on. Nerd Halen. Nerd Halen.
Kicking ass.
Yeah. But Jay Hannon, I want to tell you this, dude. You, Johnny, and Dave Nesdahl were huge entertainment for us in the early days of watching these live streams. And we all looked forward to those 2 nights of the week when you guys got together to talk about Van Halen. We certainly appreciated it and looked forward to it. And they were great, great shows for a long, long time.
Jay was the one that got me because he was telling me, he told me he was doing a show with Johnny. And as you all know, I've known Jay. I worked with Jay back in the early 2000s. And so he brought me there. And then that brought me here. So couple of degrees separation. So
there you
thanks
go.
for that. Thanks to Jay for that.
Yeah, but when they left Johnny's to form their own show, it was it was a natural progression, but maybe they waited a little too long to start their own show, but we enjoy it nevertheless.
Sure.
Isn't there a family?
Better late than never.
Isn't there a family tree somewhere? Remember we showed that picture of Johnny Bean
We
and
did. Someone.
the whole branches.
Yeah.
They
And
have it somewhere.
it's almost accurate too.
Someone's going to expand that and put Charles on there and off of this show and
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Tony begat Charles and Charles begat Mitch and just like the Bible. So.
I think Mitch got me, actually, is the way it worked out, but I'll take it, man.
Johnny begat Tony and
That's like tracing Arabic familial patterns because like my roommate in college, his last name was Bin Heflin. Well, his father's last name was Heflin. But because you're son of Heflin, Bin Heflin means son of Heflin.
Ah, there you go.
So you have to follow each one. You can't just go, oh, last name is
something
whatever. Yeah.
Oh.
Isn't that wild?
Wow.
Guitar Man 45 in the house.
Right on, Bo.
Good to see you.
What's up, Bo?
Thanks for your support, dude, for a long time here. Yeah. Always great to see you, man. Always great. All right, let me try to find the bottom of this thing.
I think you're getting close.
I think we are. All right. So if I skip anyone, let me know. Nick's in the house. What's up, Nick?
Oh, cool. You're down to Nick.
Nick is our most recent hot trivia player.
Right on, Nick.
What's up, Nick?
Yeah, Nick.
Lenny Lou.
He's a youngster, too.
Let me
Lenny
scroll
Lou. Right on, Lenny.
Martian Murray is in the chat. We've seen Martian Murray before.
Yep.
Good to see you, Martian. Nanu.
2 a.m.
All righty. There's our bud, Andy Carson.
Andy.
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 What's up, brother?
Stay safe out there, man. We love you.
Absolutely.
Good to see Andy Carson. Andy, thanks for your support. Station 5, Chattanooga, Tennessee. Always on call, even in his sleep. He is. That's the way firefighters roll, Charles.
That's right. Yeah. That's exactly right.
Yeah, good to see you, Andy. Thank you for 5 years of awesome support, man. Great to get to know you, dude. Yeah, man. All right, let me scroll. I'm scrolling.
Scrolling. Adam Roach.
Adam Roach is here.
Sorry.
Let me scroll. All right. I hope I'm not skipping anybody. If you are in the chat and I skipped you, say, for fuck's sake, T, you skipped me.
I'm double checking, Tony. I got you back.
There
Hey,
is
guys,
Lenny
I'm
Lou.
going to take out the dog here real quick. I'll be back in a few.
All right, Charles.
Right on, guys.
Lenny
I love
Lou.
dogs. Charles loves
Who
dogs.
took the dogs out?
Lenny Lou.
About 5x7.
When are you going to see her, Sandra?
Lenny!
See her.
Love the van.
I'm going to see Winnie Lou in just a few short weeks in
Awesome.
July, and then we're going to meet up at the end of August up in Duluth, and we're going to watch some ships together.
Oh,
Awesome.
sweet. Yeah, she's got a cool new van. She's living in a van down by the river, and it's
The van is
awesome.
amazing.
It
Oh my
is.
God.
It's
With the
freaking
piano
awesome.
stuff.
I
And,
was
oh my
Yeah,
god.
go check that. Go check that video out because it's amazing. It's got some cool stuff in
Johnny's
there.
Journeys.
Yep, Johnny's
Yes.
Journeys. Mary's
Johnny's.
featured in it.
Old Wood, New Life is the name of the video.
Yep, it's
Yep.
very well done.
I've
Awesome.
watched it a few times.
Yeah, me
Yeah, me
too.
I
Of course,
Fantastic.
Mancuda made a joke about the old wood.
Of course he did,
Of course he did.
but he's allowed.
Yeah, he's allowed. She's going to be Van Hollen soon. Oh, she is.
Yes.
Van Hall.
I
She's
can't
Van
wait to
Hollen right
see
now.
that van in person. I just can't wait to meet her and give her a big hug.
Oh, that's going to be awesome.
Yep.
Lenny
I
Lou
met Lynn.
and Mary have been real big supporters of this show, both shows, forever and ever. We've known Lenny since the old
the
Johnny
beginning.
Bean days.
Yeah.
Lenny is a huge Van Halen fan, a bigger Van Halen fan than you would imagine she is, but she in fact is. And Lenny, thank you for all of your support for 5 years of Show Me Your Pick here, for the thing at Halenville, for that duration. You have been absolutely awesome, so supportive. And it's been great to get to know you and Mary. We miss Mary.
We do.
But you guys have been awesome for 5 solid years here. But we've known Lenny Lou and Mary, Sandra, for I don't know, 8, 9 years.
Yeah, long time.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
We love her a long time.
I had the pleasure of meeting her at one of the EVH cons. Absolute sweetheart.
Oh, you did?
So
Someday, dude.
I did. I got a nice big hug from Lenny. She's got one of my
that's awesome.
striped guitars.
That's
right.
I still
that's
owe her
right.
an amp.
I think maybe in one of the slideshows there are a couple of EVH con pictures.
Oh, cool.
Let's bring in
All
our
right.
guests and then play John Mancuda's clip.
Yeah, we will. We will. Jay Santiago, good to see you, Jay.
Keep coming in. Hey.
Jay's
Yeah.
big, long-time supporter here, multiple
Good
winner.
God, Sandra.
Right on, Jay.
I'm almost at the bottom. I
trying for
thought
like
I
an
was
hour.
parked at the bottom a moment ago.
I just posted the link to Lenny's video.
Oh, thank you, Ed.
Thank you.
Some Dave
Yep.
dudes in
Right
the
on, Dave.
chat. Good
I
to
can't
see
even
you,
connect to
Dave.
the chat on this computer.
I don't know what's in the middle of that first D there, but it's got to be a alt something. Sandra, you recognize it?
What's that?
The D in the first D there. It looks
Some
like
Dave dude.
something in the middle. Do you see that?
Some Dave dude?
Double D.
Yeah, but in the middle of the D of the first of Dave.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know what that is.
Is it a delta?
It's a double D.
I don't know how he did that.
It looks like the Duke logo, so that's pretty all right with me.
I thought it was just a Delta.
How'd you do that, Dave?
Yeah, no shit.
Alt something.
Is it Alt
Maybe.
Control F7?
Maybe insert something. I don't know. But yeah,
Oh,
that's
Alt
cool.
66. All right, let me approach the bottom here. If you are just joining, say hello. How many times have I said that?
37.
3 or 4 now. All right. I am in fact at the bottom. Papa,
Oh,
you're at
thank
the
God.
bottom, bro.
Right on, Papa.
Damn. All right.
Tony. Tony.
Okay, good night. Oh.
Medicine loves you. Thank you.
Tony.
Yes.
Well, we have Lenny Lou's attention, and because she's a local girl originally from the Boston area and celebrating 5 years, can she drop her 5 in the chat? We know Van Halen's 1, so all I need is
She can't. Ask her right out. I don't think.
Well, she's paying attention, I assume, because she's writing stuff.
Okay.
So I want to get her while she's looking.
Yeah, your top 5 bands of all time. And
You know,
anybody in the chat, if you want to chime in, Analog Kid wants to know what your top 5 bands. All of us want to know now. So
Solo artists apply. Like if it's Peter Gabriel or Billy Joel, like that, it doesn't have to be a band, but an artist.
Backstreet Boys is okay.
Peter Gabriel.
Marky Mark.
Your favorite artist.
Peter Gabriel is not on my fucking list. Sorry.
I'm just throwing it out there. I didn't say it was.
All right.
It's an example.
All right.
Ramstein's.
Ramstein.
Right.
I have
His
Rammstein on
favorite
my
band. Come on.
What is the problem, Tommy? Tony, you don't like people who sing in German? What's your fucking problem?
It's the treadmill. That's where
Call him out.
Oh, the guy flake on the treadmill. You don't like
he
that?
stops. He stops at the treadmill.
I like it.
Tony hates that shit.
No, I love that shit.
No exercise during the concert.
That dude is so cringe. Have you ever? Jesus.
Yeah,
you don't
he's
like
freaky.
flake?
All right.
great.
So
He also,
Fire. Do you hate Devo too?
Ramstein is.
You ever seen Rammstein live? They're fucking incredible. Best production you'll ever see in your life. No one comes close.
I feel like I would.
Maniac's Dream.
It's insane.
I feel like I would be like converted into being like a serial killer by watching that concert or something.
You can see that. All right.
Yeah, we see it.
All right.
You
There's
do.
a conversion for that? Oh my God, sign me up.
Oh, I remember that one.
Sorry.
Go.
Oh, is this our thing? Okay.
Oh,
We're doing a
graphics.
slideshow. Oh, Ed Graphics.
Yeah.
Shit.
That was a cold day.
Yeah. Major shrinkage.
Oh, that's cool.
Merry
That is
Christmas.
I was
way
in the
cool
pool.
right there.
That was a couple of years ago. Look at the 4 cups of coffee on the left.
Yep. That's cup.
Nice.
Excellent.
So who's coming in from the green room?
Brian will be in.
Brian's going to come right in. Let's.
Hi, Taylor.
Hey, sweetheart.
Ah.
You see that?
Oh, I love that.
F you, Van Halen. Signed
Brown.
Eminem Brown.
M.M. Brown. That's so good.
So Lenny Lou has Eric Johnson, Bella Fleck, the Flecktones, AC/DC, Led Zeppelin, and so many 80s.
Nice.
I love Bella Fleck and the Flecktones. That's probably
That's
within my
CK's
top.
not
Charles.
Where did he go?
Did you get that, CK?
He's not here. He left.
Okay.
He'll be back.
Let
He'll
him
be
back in.
It's so dark. Oh, where'd he go? Yeah.
He'll be back.
Let him back when he comes. All right.
I bet he did the same thing I did. Hit the wrong fucking button.
Oh, there you go.
It's been a minute since I've done this.
Hosford.
Oh, stop it,
And there's
young
a
lady.
little Charles by the back door there too. By the way.
I saw that.
This is some of your best work,
See,
Ed.
I was
Some
in the
of your very
pool.
best work.
I was in the pool.
Yeah,
So good.
What am I doing? Oh, I'm doing a hard hands.
Hot hands,
Yes.
yeah.
The
And I didn't
best,
even know that was your
best.
thing, Sandra, when I put that.
That's right. Yeah, me and Brendan do that all the time.
Red carpet.
Guitarman 45 says Rush, Triumph, Schenker, Blackmore, Morse, and Zeppelin.
Nice, Bo.
Wow, that's a great
Edward
list.
Nugent Jr. says Bob Seger, Van Halen, Bon Jovi, Twisted Sister, and Motley Crue.
Nice.
Ooh.
Very nice.
Zach Thorne says Jimi Hendrix, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Van Halen, John Mayer, and Tommy Emmanuel. Oh my God, I think I did videos on all of them.
Yeah, Big Trip.
Oh, I saw Bigfoot. I just saw
Bigfoot.
He's amazing. There
Oh
he
my God, there's Miss
Exciting.
Winning.
I
I
think
just love her.
is. Triumph. Did Triumph
Yep.
play
And
Friday? They
there's
played
this
yesterday, I
there's
think.
Sam Squatch.
Triumph got back
They
together.
did.
They
At the
played at
NHL.
Big the
right
Foot.
before game 2. Yeah.
Yep.
Big the Foot. Love him.
Monique's 5 are Duran Duran, Bon Jovi, Poison, Guns N' Roses, and Madonna. And Marky Mark is an honorable mention.
Okay.
Yeah,
right, Monique?
Right on.
Right on.
Ooh, I would like to. I'd like to live in that house.
I threw that in there.
Oh,
Yastinators are in. Def Leppard, Rat,
Welcome back.
Scorpion,
Analog. There's a
Queensryche.
lot of
How many did I miss?
a lot of people. You missed a lot of lists. Scroll up.
Shit.
Scroll up in the chat, buddy boy.
I don't know how to do that, and I'll end up getting bounced out.
Uh,
Technical stuff is
what-
my field.
Oh,
Terry
Jesus Christ.
Talabante.
Brendan.
How many did I miss?
So
I remember
wait
that.
a second.
6?
Wait a second now.
That's
Wait a
not Hall & Oates. That's Hall and Butt Cheeks.
A
Yeah.
lot of people might think that that's John Oates there, but that's not John Oates.
That's butt cheek.
That's
That's
Butt
me about 25 years ago.
Whoa.
30
here
years
she
ago.
Oh,
comes.
Monique finally did one. Duran Duran, Bon Jovi,
Watch
Poison.
out, boys, she'll chew you up.
Yeah, I've gotten mistaken.
Man-eater.
Look at this crew.
It's Tommy when Tommy's beard was long.
Gonna
You
go.
gotta grow
Andy
that again, Tommy.
Carson wants a link in the
You know what
chat.
happened to it? You know what happened to a bee?
Was
So,
that what?
When I was in the hospital, they had to
who
put
was
a
that on the left?
tube
Is
down my
that
throat,
Neil
so they
Daly?
shaved
Neil
me off.
Daly.
That's Neil.
Yep. At the time, Neil was on the show, and so was
That's
Conklin.
messed up.
And
Oh, there
Never
you
shaved your
go.
beard and
That's
put a tube
Neil
down your
and
throat.
Brendan,
Conks.
John Conklin.
Yeah.
Okay, right on.
How do you scroll up?
Look at Bent Tommy on the right over there.
Awesome.
Hey, CK, you know how to use the private chat? I'll put them in there.
I know how
There
to
you
get
go.
into it. The problem is I hit one wrong thing and I get bounced.
That's all right.
Cameron
Just go in
There's
the
only one.
go in the
Pink
go in the
Floyd.
private chat, and I'll throw them in
Oh,
there.
I just
All right,
lost it.
please. Then
Where did
then
it
I'll
go?
picture them. I'll
Yeah.
snap.
Ed,
Where did
Ed,
you go, Cameron?
you should have given these boys a little sun on their legs.
sorry.
The only
Okay,
problem.
Cameron says Rush, Pink Floyd, Van Halen, Led Zeppelin, and the Police.
I remember this one.
Charles.
Ryan says Van Halen, Alice in Chains, Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin, everyone else.
That was one of the first ones you asked me to do, Tony, because Charles
What was
was
that?
the last one. Did you see it, Sandra?
No.
He loves that.
Charles had an unboxing and he couldn't wait to open it up, and so Tony
Yeah.
messaged me and asked me to make some sort of thing where he was eager or whatever for the unboxing, and I put him in, like
Sandra's
as a,
very, very patient when it comes to unboxing.
that was
right,
funny.
Sandra?
That was funny.
Hirschman says Zeppelin, Sabbath, Van Halen, ZZ Top, and Rainbow. I love that Ramstein one. That's funny.
That's excellent.
Tony at the front row.
With the chicks.
Lenny Lou.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Tony met the chick with the blue hair outside. It's like,
Oh, I
yeah,
re-
get a ticket.
I
Oh, wow.
remember I remember you guys having me on for that one. I remember.
Yep, Steve Clark with Ben.
God, I had bangs. Oh my God.
I
Brother
failed
Ben.
miserably on the trivia.
So what
Oh,
were
it's so cringe.
what were yours again, butt cheeks? I don't have my glasses on.
What?
What were I can't read this chat here because I don't have my glasses on. What were yours?
What
God, we have a
my,
nice
my bands?
Yeah, Rush and then something.
Yeah, Rush, Van Halen, Ozzy, Zepp. Sorry.
I
what
have
was my
it.
fourth one? AC/DC and ZZ Top.
Oh, okay.
I have it right here.
Yeah.
This thing here says something else. It says like Rush, Triumph.
No.
That's somebody else's. That's
Oh,
that's
gotcha.
Guitar Man
Brendan's, I have
45.
right here. We went over this tonight. Hold on. Here's
Oh, that's
Brendan's
Bo.
is Rush, Van Halen, Ozzy Osbourne, AC/DC, Brian Johnson era, ZZ Top, honorable mention, Tom Petty.
Oh, nice.
God.
So this was someone else's.
Rick Emmett is a killer guitar player. I did a video on him.
He's awesome.
Yeah, no, Tommy, I'm
Ed,
putting
Ed,
him
I
in the
like
chat
the flags
for
up there.
Chris.
For a three-piece
Yeah,
band, Triumph puts out a
that's-
huge sound, just like
Thank you,
Rush.
Brendan.
That's our boat, man.
For all the ones I missed, Brendan, when I was off the air.
The SS.
Yep. What do you
84.
have now? What do you have now
No,
up to
I like
CK?
the boat.
I got Lenny Lou. I got Edward R.
Everybody's coming in with it.
I got some guy that's not marked. It just says Rush, Triumph, Schenker,
Keith.
Blackmore, Morse, Zeppelin.
Oh, that's
That's Bo.
that's guitar. That's Bo, Guitar Man 45.
That's
Sorry, I put
right.
his name.
Carman
Is Brian still backstage?
Keith, I hope you're okay, buddy.
That's
He is, I
what
think
Bring
he's sleeping.
Brian in.
Ostinator,
Let me get through
Hammer
this.
and
That's
Dean.
why I mentioned it, Sandra.
We
What's
got
the
we
dude
gotta
that
bring
wrote
him in.
guitar what?
Yeah, I think
There
you
is
probably-
Keith.
Oh, guitar.
There's
45,
Keith
man.
there on the right, guys.
Yeah. Hope everything's okay. Nobody can get a hold of him. I don't know what's
No,
going on with him.
I messaged him.
Really?
I messaged him. I haven't heard.
Sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought
So
last I heard he was moving to North Carolina.
Well, he's in
there.
Florida.
Somewhere.
Did he ever
Yeah.
He was in North Carolina.
He was, yeah. I
Sometime,
thought
I
that's
He was
where
in Florida, and he posted some pictures at a local bar called the Crazy Squirrel.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he just kind of, I messaged him a couple times, and we
disappeared.
spoke a little bit, and then all of a sudden he disappeared. And my cousin Monique, who talks to him a lot, said, "Hey, what's up with Keith?" I'm like, "I have no idea," and he just disappeared. So I hope everything's okay.
Yeah, Keith,
Yep.
if you're having to be lurking. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me give Keith Campbell a
Give
shout
somebody a
out
heads up.
here. Keith was a part of both the Show Me Your Pick crew for a spell and the Halenville crew. Keith was instrumental. Keith landed us a couple of very, very cool special guests on Halenville. Keith got us Lynn Ellsworth. He knew
awesome.
Lynn's wife on social media, and that's how that happened. Lynn has since passed about a year after that. And Keith got us the interview with the great Niels Lozauer.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun.
That's a crazy dude. I love that dude. But that was Keith was instrumental in landing Lozauer for that night, and that was a fun show, a great show, and I remember it fondly. Keith, I hope you're doing good there. I sent you a or tried to call you. Your phone's going straight to like underwater airplane mode, voicemail in a hurry. And yeah, no, I hope you're doing good. I don't know what's up. I wanted you to be a part of all of this final show, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you, Keith.
Right on, Keith.
For your contributions here on the shows and this channel. Much appreciated. Keith is he's probably the biggest Van Halen fan I know. Me and Keith sat and we talked Van Halen. A few years ago, we would talk Van Halen. What seemed, Charles, like 5-10 minutes ends up what?
Yeah.
When
hour,
Van
2
Halen,
hours.
right.
His portrayal of David Lee Roth
5 years later.
Oh
for
my!
Halloween was flipping over the top cool.
That was epic.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
It
Very
was.
cool, Keith. That took some doing. I know you were in on that with him, Tony, and that was a great Halloween moment. By the way, Halenville Halloween moment.
It took Keith about an hour to get into full Edom and Smile makeup, full makeup with
That was epic.
all the effects. That
That was badass.
Yeah.
Tony's new business.
Yeah. Right on. By appointment only.
Private. Oh, this was cool.
All right.
Yeah,
Boner
that's
Jams
EVH
and
Con.
Mikey Mojo and Ed Butt Cheeks.
Yep.
That was so much fun. It was freezing out, but it was fun.
It was
Nice.
fun. I was
What was-
probably
where
still
was
sweating
that?
in there.
That was EVH Con a couple of years ago.
That's right, EVH Con.
Yeah, Connecticut.
I met Gandalf that day.
Yeah. Everybody was there. We had someone, I think, live streamed from there. Was that Brendan?
I
was
think I might have tried. But there was a bunch of other people. I think I might have said hello a couple times.
Was it Joe?
There was a stationary camera from 5150, I think.
Yeah, from Andrew's
Janice
show.
also streamed.
Andrews, yeah.
Janice
was there
did
too, right?
stream. Janice was streaming on Johnny's channel, I believe.
Woohoo!
This is one of my favorites here.
Who's driving?
Yeah.
Tony's driving.
Tony's driving? All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, you and I in the back. I'm holding on for life.
I think I passed out.
Yeah, your head was like kind of sideways a little
I
bit.
think I passed out there.
You might have, yeah.
No seatbelts in that mug either.
No.
No, we had to hold on to that shit.
Oh.
Nice.
Cheers, Bar.
Hear me now, laddies.
Oh, my goodness.
Who's that? That was kind of.
Another Halloween one.
Wow.
I'm really
Halloweens.
going to miss the Halloweens on this show.
I love doing graphics for Halloween ones.
they were great.
Halloween is awesome.
You can do Halloween every day. Like, there's no law.
Yeah, I know. We
true.
should.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That was a fun night right there. That was epic. Yep. I remember that.
Oh, the drumsticks.
Show me your stick.
Yeah.
Oh, Andy.
Oh, that's
There's
a
the
good
man.
picture.
There's the man AC, baby.
Andy Carson.
Yeah.
Pitch my ass, too.
He
And
did.
yours, right?
He did, yeah. He came up behind us.
Yeah.
There he is.
There it is.
Oh,
YMCA.
You got another thing coming.
Ed.
No YMCA.
Really,
He
really.
said YMCA. He
Young
did
man.
say that.
Oh,
And I wasn't Mr.
Brandon.
Slave either.
and the truth comes out.
Jesus Christ.
man, I'll tell
Oh,
you
Jesus
what.
Christ.
Oh,
No,
Jesus.
no Mr. Slave either.
Where's the construction guy? Where's the police chief?
Well, that's right. I had horror stuff in the video in the back in the screen. That was awesome. That was a lot of fun. And
That
the
was so good.
and the sleeves.
That's good.
That was wonderful.
That
was wonderful.
Let's take a poll in the chat
was
without
awesome.
taking the poll in the chat. Is this more Judas Priest or is this more Village People? Type your answer in the
Oh
chat.
no!
Yes.
I don't know. I'm rolling
I'm gonna
about
get-
50-50 myself
I'm
right
gonna
now.
get-
I don't know.
Type
I'm
your
gonna-
answer in the chat, please.
I'm gonna get crucified.
All right.
Oh,
Move on.
Yeah, please.
Moving along.
What's wrong?
Oh, 4th of July.
What's wrong,
Yeah.
man?
Excellent.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
What a spread.
Grub. Yeah. Who's guarding the turkey?
You are.
Ed's guarding the hand there.
Yeah. And the pie.
No popcorn and toast?
I remember that.
1,000. That's right.
When we
1,000
reached
subscribers.
1,000 subscribers, that was a couple of years ago. Yeah, this has been such a fun ride. I started Sandra. I had 200
And I said I'd help you grow your channel.
242.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I got to 1,000. Now you can monetize it if you want.
Yeah. So
Make some money, dude.
That's right.
We have grown here every week for
We have.
253
Yeah.
weeks. Glad to say that, and it has been a fun ride. I'm sure my growth won't quite be as marginalized as it has been.
Here you go, Ed.
You'll get more views now. Don't ask me why it works that. Don't ask me why it works that way. It just will. You'll see your views probably start going up crazy. I've noticed when I pull back from YouTube for a week or two, my subscriber count goes up.
Really?
It's just
Oh.
weird.
You hear that, all right?
My knees.
Brendan.
Oh, crap.
Tony just spanked me on.
Feel it, baby? I feel it too.
Tony taught me all those moves.
Is that a guitar hack shirt, Charles?
Yep.
As a matter of fact, it is. Oh, my goodness. Right on. Right on.
In the alley.
If only we could move that way, Ed.
I know.
Why don't?
Oh, shit.
There you go, Sandra.
Sandra and Neil.
Oh, yo.
Green Bay and Chicago. Wow.
Excellent.
Oh, yo.
Oh, shit.
There he is.
Food House. Food House.
Finish. Oh, that's awesome.
Excellent. Excellent.
That was awesome.
That is it.
And who cares about the copyright now?
No, Ed, thank you.
I
for
certainly
that,
don't.
dude.
That
was awesome.
Thank you.
Good job,
That was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I love doing it, Tony, by the way. I had so much fun just thinking up shit and just
It is a lot of fun fucking around with
trying
that
it
stuff.
out. Yeah. It's
That's
just
why I get into editing. It's a lot of fun.
so much fun to create stuff and just have people laugh at it, or whatever it is, you know. I love doing it for everybody. It's great.
Guys, let me say something here. Something that has been really near and dear to us here at Show Me Your Pick. It's one of the Bibles of guitar pick collecting. This book here, there's been a link in this book here for 200 good weeks. The Guitar Picks of Rock
be
and
right back.
Roll. There's the first edition, and then there's Guitar Picks of Rock and Roll 2. Brian Bouchard. We've had Brian on as a special guest, but those of you who do have this book, this is your guitar
Fucking
pick
amazing.
Bible almost in your quick reference to you know, like
Yes.
that. But
So
this
corny.
book right
Well put
here,
together.
yes, it does. So let me bring in the author of this book, Brian Bouchard. There
Right
he
on.
is.
What's up, Brian?
What's happening,
Brian.
Brian?
Hey guys,
Brian.
Good
can
to
you hear
see
me?
you, dude. Right on, man.
Hey
How you
Tony.
doing, dude?
All right, man. Life's good.
It's good
Good.
seeing you, Brian. Right
Brian.
on, man.
Absolutely.
I just
Hey,
want to say
Brian.
thanks to you and your crew, Tony, for so many episodes, so many years. It's been amazing, and also for the kind words about the book and everything. You guys rock.
Thank you,
Thank
man.
you.
We
Right on,
appreciate
brother.
the book. And those of you who don't have this book, there is a link in the description, and it's always been there. And you can get this book along with other rock memorabilia and guitar picks in Brian's online store there. Yeah. So we all owe you a big homage, Brian, for being one of the catalysts here in the guitar pick collecting community. And you are way before Show Me Your Pick. And yeah, you and there is a handful of others who are it's not many of us, but you are one of the biggest guitar picks collectors in the world, and your writings and your collection have been motivation to us and to this show specific. But to us collectors, Brian, thank you, man. You know, I mean, it's really, and it has been for a number of years now, but refreshing to know that there are other people out there who share this passion of these guitar picks like we do. Um, yeah.
Yep.
Right on, man.
Fellow addicts. And so,
Yeah.
in honor of the special episode, I'd like to do a quick contest of my own. I have a handful of picks here: Metallica, Megadeth. I have one here. I can't make it out what it is, but the winner, whoever puts the answer in the chat room first, will get a bunch of picks from me.
Nice.
Priceless.
So
nice. So Brian's store is online, Pick Hunter, and you will find that link down in the description here. And in his store, among all his guitar picks, you can also find this book too, if you want to go ahead and buy it. And it is, like I say, it's worth your time, I assure you, from A to Z. Yeah. So Brian,
yes,
thank you for that. He gave me a heads up on this before the show, and we prepared one question for you guys. It's a two-part question. Okay. So you need to answer to both of the parts in order to be the winner. And how this is going to work is there is a trivia winner's email down below in the description. You'll see it. You can email me your name and address, and we will make sure that this prize pack reaches you. Thank you, Brian, for this. We talked about this question in the green room before we went live tonight. So we're going to ask, I guess I should type this in. Let me go ahead and do that.
Good luck, you guys.
All right, just a second. All right, here we go. All right, so your question for Brian, and he is going to mail you out a handsome prize pick. Metallica, Megadeth. I see a Van Halen Eddie pick there. Holy shit. Yes. We thought last week was our last week of trivia, but hold on to your hats, kids. I'm going to give you one question for this prize pack. Good luck. All
Can I bug out and play?
So the first correct answer that we see is going to be the winner here. We talked about the answers. Ed, Brendan, and Charles know. Sandra knows what these answers are. All right. So, two-part question. Good luck to everyone for a super badass prize pack from Brian Bouchard's Pick Hunter online store. Links are in the description down there. You'll see it. If you don't win, you need to still shop there because you need this book. You do. You do. You do. All right. Good luck. Here we go. All right. What 2 episodes did Janice Lala join us on Show Me Your Pick? Name the 2 bands.
Wow.
I need 2 bands and 1 answer.
Can Janice play?
She can. If she's here. Absolutely.
Jessica Alba is incorrect.
He just wanted to use it one last time, Sandra. One last time.
All right, kids, bring it.
You guys do one on Spandau Ballet? No? Just wondering.
Now, is that Jessica and Alba, or is it that's just one person?
True. Funny how it seems.
True.
Good answer there, Lenny.
Come on, people.
Need 2 parts, 2-part answer.
2 bands.
2 episodes. Excuse me.
Janice Lala, 2 episodes.
Kajagoogoo.
Arkansas and Kajagoogoo. I haven't done my Kajagoogoo episode yet.
Boa and Kaja.
Shy, shy.
Shy, shy. Hush, hush. I do.
Eye to eye.
Relax.
Don't do it.
There's your winner right there.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
my flipping goodness.
Soba.
Right there, brother.
So
Good job.
Only fitting that the all-time winningest trivia player takes it on the final. Sova, you did it, buddy. Right on.
Awesome.
Right on time.
Good job.
We always knew you would, kid.
Money,
Did he just remember that, or did he have to go? Did he scroll through some playlists or something?
He's good like that. He was here watching.
Do you know how I remembered? I remembered because she talked about when she was on, hearing that stuff when she was like at a certain age, and I thought, oh yeah. And I remember her saying like this was the foundation like of rock and roll that was like happening in real time kind of thing. Because I had to think about it for a minute, and then I'm like, oh, okay.
Did she share an episode with Ben Coombs or no?
Yes, she
yes.
did.
Okay,
I was
that
gonna
was
say
the
I
Rolling
brought one
Stones,
of
right?
Yeah,
the
I
Stones
saw
are
one
good.
with those bands. Yep, you're right.
that's right. Yeah.
Fantastic musician. Oh my
My
god.
brain still works.
Excellent.
Woo!
Excellent.
I
Mine
remember
did
So,
yesterday, but
so Brian, thank you, dude.
Sorry, dude.
Hey, no problem. Thank you. And
Thank
congrats
you.
again.
Outstanding.
I'll send you Sova's address. And thank you for sending him. He is a
That was
big
very kind of you.
collector. He has probably already made a purchase in your store in the
Yeah.
past. I'd be willing to bet.
I think he likes
he's a
Eddie.
he's a
A little
big
bit.
guitar pick guy, so he's worthy of this prize. Um, I want to thank you, Brian, for just being an example of what we do around here in the guitar pick collecting community. You are the original OG. You and Steve Rosen and a few select others. And yes, everyone go check out his online store. There's a link in the description.
There
Get
it
the
is.
book, Guitar Picks of Rock and Roll 2, 1 and 2 there. And thank you, Brian, for all your support of this show for 5 years and your insight and your input. We had a episode with you as our special guest a couple of years ago, but man, you're always right here. That book, we love that book, and we refer back to that book very, very often, as you know.
I know you do, and I do appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks. Thanks, Tony. Thanks, everybody.
Right
Yeah.
on. Right on,
All right.
Brian.
Thank
Thanks,
you,
Brian.
Brian.
Take care, everybody.
Right on, Brian.
Appreciate it,
You
man.
do well, brother.
Real quick, Brian. Volume 2. Can you highlight my pick and put it, in your book? Just wondering.
All right. Yeah, the next edition.
Okay,
I'll
next
update
edition.
it.
Thank you. Appreciate
Yep.
it. Okay.
It's a lovely pick, Brian. I promise you.
Ed's
I'll
been waiting
see
to
you,
ask
my bro.
that. He's been waiting
I
to
had
ask
to.
that question for like a year. Like, I am not going to pass up my chance. Hey, you got it. You got to take your shot, right?
All right.
I got you.
Thanks,
See you,
brother.
Brian. Thank you.
All right.
Thanks,
dude.
Brian.
Man.
Good night, everybody.
Very cool.
Good night.
Right on.
All right.
Give me his address. I'll send him a few.
All right.
That's awesome, Ed.
That's
Nice.
so
You'll be in voice
so
3.
cool.
Good for
Honorable
you, Ed.
mention
right.
or something.
So,
Future shot.
so kids, let me introduce the original OG here. The legendary rock guitar or rock journalist himself. Yes, the great Steve Rosen in the house. There he is.
Right on. Right on, Steve.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Hey guys,
Too
What's going
cool.
on, man?
Are you
can you hear
driving?
me?
Yes, we can
I
hear
am not
you.
driving. I am in a car, however.
Okay.
So I'm just happy that I was able to log in. That's like higher math for me. So at least I'm here.
Nice.
Good to see everybody.
Good to see you.
You look good, Steve.
Good to see you. Can you hear us okay?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Nice. Very, very cool. Yeah, so I'm just driving back from a little party that I mentioned, Tony. Kurt James. Kurt is a kind of a local guitar player, and he had like a little gathering, and some interesting people were there. Vinny Appice was there, and a drummer named Marco Miniman, who is one of the most unbelievable drummers in the world. He plays with Guthrie Govan, who's one of the most unbelievable guitar players in the world.
Marco's insane.
Yeah, he's incredible.
So yeah, so they jammed and we had some food and hung out. So yeah, all good. So what have I missed?
Not much, Steve. Good to see you, dude.
We just finished going through the chat. So good.
Yeah.
Cool.
Steve, it doesn't seem
So
like 5
everybody,
years ago.
it's been good. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like 5 years ago that we started this.
No, it
It
really
seems
doesn't,
like
man.
just
And I
a
was thinking
couple.
about it. I know. Absolutely. You know, and it was all your idea, Tony. You know, you had reached out to me, but it was all your showcase the world of guitar pick collectors, and you know, I actually wrote a little Instagram thing. I don't know if it was on your site or my site. Again, that's Instagram is like Latin to me, but everybody needs to, give you a pat on the back for putting together shows and reaching out to guests, and it's a really fantastic thing you did, man. And at a point in time, I think it's on its own momentum, and I know that everybody involved in this is so happy you did it, and I was honored to be part of it. And 5 years has gone by, and now we're on to bigger and better things, hopefully. So it was a great run, man. You should be really proud of what you've done.
I am. I'm very proud of the run that we did, Steve. We sat here and started with Aerosmith in June of 2020. Me, you, and Sandra, and I remember it well. And yeah, it's been so much fun, Steve, to get to know you and Sandra and all these awesome guys here. I mean, that's the best part is these cool people that we've met here, you know. Yeah.
Fries are done.
Steve, I think you're froze. I hope you're not.
I think we lost him.
I think he's froze there.
Maybe they're at a
Well, that's
stoplight.
a great face to freeze on, though. I mean, he's smiling.
Yeah, look
It's
at
not
that.
like mine would be all weird.
Yeah.
Couldn't be better.
I
Steve,
would
yeah. All right. Let me. Yeah. No. So maybe Steve will be back. Steve was very, very instrumental in the first almost year of the Show Me Your Pick to start with, and we covered a lot of bands, and Steve had a lot of interview stories that he had done interviews with these bands, and he had never talked about this publicly. And
You bet.
those first, there's Steve back.
So we get Tony's picks and Steve's stories, and boom, we have Show Me Your Pick.
Yeah, the first year of Show Me Your Pick with Steve on, and all the stories from his interviews were just amazing.
And he would just show us cool shit that he has backstage, like before and after the show. I mean, we had a blast.
Absolutely. Now,
Thank you, Steve.
Steve and me had met in the memorabilia world, and huddled up, him and me and Sandra, and launched this Show Me Your Pick in June 2020, us three, and we met a lot of cool people. Our buddy Bent Tom was right here with us as we started. Um, we met our other buddy Brendan over there a couple of weeks later on the Rush episode, and he's been
No.
here for almost 5 solid years. Yeah. Um, and we met our bud Mr. Charles Green down there probably a year after that, and we had always known Charles in the chat, and he came on board. But what was so cool about him is we got to meet each other in real life, and on a
Hey,
number of
Tony,
occasions.
Tony, I got to say this. One of the coolest things that ever occurred and happened to me being on this show was remembering Steve Rosen darkening my doorway at the Whiskey A Go-Go looking for Eddie Van freaking Halen.
Oh.
My goodness. I've been blessed in this chat, you guys. I really have. I said it before. I'll say it again. We have not fully grasped the fortitude that this show has put on our lives. It goes real deep and it reaches real far. Yeah, love it. Love you, Steve. You freaking rock, man.
Steve, I'm so happy that that you actually put forth the endeavor to write your life's dream, your ultimate writing of your career later in life like you did. And it was such a joy for me personally, a joy and a privilege for us to see it all unfold and happen, and to actually have this. It sits on my coffee table. It'll never leave. It is a masterpiece. And of all the writings that we have, and all the Van Halen fans and all the Van Halen books, whatever, that is the ultimate Van Halen. That's it right
That's it.
there.
Right.
And I'm
Yours.
glad it finally, Steve, I'm glad it came out of you, sir.
For sure.
Well, Tony, I mean, I don't know what to say. I've said it many times before. It was because of your incessant nagging of me and reaching out. Hey, Steve, write the book. Hey, Steve, when are you going to write the book? All right, Tony, shut up. I'll write the book just to get you off my back, dude. No, I'm joking, man. You reached out and, you thought that it was something I had in me. To be honest, I wasn't sure if I had it in me. And, I mean, it only took me 17 years after I stopped seeing Edward to write it. So, thank goodness for small things. But you were a big part of that, Tony. You really were. And, you've got that first edition, which is a collectible. It's a piece of memorabilia now. So
It's priceless. Priceless.
let me see that on eBay.
It's a treasure.
Absolutely.
Never.
All of you here, Sandra and Brian and Ben, Tom, listen, if I'm forgetting anybody, apologies. You guys have all been supporters, and you've been so good for my soul. And,
Oh, don't break up.
knowing you made the that it took to write the book, worth it. And,
He's breaking up.
Oh man.
Yeah, I know. All right, we'll have
We
to.
love you, Steve.
We'll
Love you, Steve.
see the great Steve Rosen. Everybody, yeah.
Fuck yeah, Steve
Right
Rosen.
on. Right on.
Yeah.
Right on.
Steve.
Love Steve.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you remember how much his chair would slide that first couple of shows?
I remember.
If you slide mid-show, he'd have to slide his chair back. Oh,
Now,
it was so
you have
fun.
to understand here when we first started show me your pick, neither me nor Steve had ever been on the internet, so Sandra's trying to keep us both straight and
Aim
on
your
and
camera down a little to the left. No, that's not good
makeup,
luck.
yeah, everything.
Which button do I press?
It was crazy. Just crazy.
There's Steve back.
It's crazy where we're at now.
There he is.
Yeah.
Insane.
It is 5 years later, and this is the final one, though, and I'm glad that all of you have
Final
gathered
curtain.
here for us to end this run. Yeah, so I'm glad that all of you are here. Steve, thank you for everything, sir. We'll talk in the future, but it has been such a pleasure, and I am so proud of
Glad you
what
were there, man.
we have accomplished here on YouTube and all the cool people, Steve, that have come in both of our paths since that first day. It's been pretty damn fun, sir.
Right
And he's
on.
out again.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Steve's froze again. All right. We'll try him again. But yeah, no,
That's okay.
you know, Steve stayed on for X amount of months there at start, and when he started writing that book, Tone Chaser, he allotted himself X amount of hours a night, and he stuck to that for a good year, and he worked hard as hell.
Yep.
And it was a lot of work after it was completed also. And
he published it himself.
yeah. We watched all that happen. When you publish yourself, you assume everything, so that's a lot of work too after the fact. Yeah. So he did it though. You know.
He did.
And
And
that
I'm glad you guys pushed him too. Thank you.
Yeah, and that book's done quite well too.
Yeah, very well.
Yeah. So
on 3rd edition, I think now.
yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Steve Rosen, ladies and gentlemen.
yeah.
Yes.
Right on.
Legendary rock
Right on.
journalist himself.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Cheers.
Guys, it's gonna be so weird not showing up here on Saturday nights. It's gonna be just so weird here.
Yeah.
I'm friends with Doogie on Facebook, and I keep telling him, "You got to write a book, dude. Please." Being on the road with Van Halen and Michael Anthony and everybody else that he's been a roadie for. Oh my God, he must have stories. I mean, I'm sure some of them he can't tell, but that's fine. I don't care. I just want to hear the other ones.
Right.
Right.
Excellent.
Yeah, it has been a fun little ride though, dudes, for 5 years straight, showing up here. But we did this for fun. We never did this for dough. We never asked you, anyone in the chat.
Nope.
or
Didn't ask for
anyone
a
watching
damn
the
thing
replay.
except tune in every week and watch.
That's right.
That's it.
That's exactly right.
And that's the way I wanted
for free
to go
Yeah.
about it. For free.
And
Exactly.
and not only did you pay for the show and everything else, but you also gave away your shit. I mean,
right.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Right.
This is the most generous guy on YouTube, I think.
Yep.
Well,
Holy crap.
when
Because he'd send you what you won, but there was always extra shit that TK would
Yes.
throw in.
Absolutely. The first time I won something, I was like, wow, look at I won that pick and I also won all this shit. Holy crap. I love this guy. You know?
Right. Right.
It was
Well,
so great, Tony. Thank you.
Let's play Mancuda's clip before we forget.
Yes.
Yes. Let's do that. Let's find it. Let me see here.
Aren't there
John,
others
if you're
too?
watching,
Isn't
we
there-
absolutely love you and thank you.
Yeah,
Andy-
right on.
He also or-
John Mancuda.
So John Mancuda was a guest here on a few episodes and showed some badass guitars.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's got quite the collection.
Got a great collection.
Oh yeah.
Mind blowing.
All right, let me pull this up.
Yeah, I
So
hope,
big it's in 2
hope
states.
Mama Mancuda's okay.
Yes. We love you, Mama.
Yep.
Right
we love
on.
you, Mama Cuda. We love Blue Rhino.
I was getting
Love
a
you
gas
long
tank
time,
the other
John.
day. I thought about John because I saw the Blue Rhino.
All right,
We love you
let's
long
check in with Mancuda.
Long energy.
Let's see what Mancuda. Let's see what's
Guys,
going on.
I want to know what he's up to.
Now we knew John Mancuda from Johnny Bean. He was
Tuesday nights. Yep.
Tuesday night.
He and
That's
Paul
right.
Marshall were a staple.
Those two, man.
Talking
They
guitars
were.
and 80s metal or something like that.
That guitars and 80s metal. That's right. And it was
Yep.
a great show. It was full blown Mancuda at his finest every Tuesday night.
Yeah, he was the best part about that show.
He was on 10.5.
Yeah, love
Now,
that guy.
what show, Sandra, is he going to be on?
Tomorrow night.
Oh yeah.
Monday night, 9 o'clock on the TLC channel, the season premiere of Virgins.
Virgins.
I thought you were joking. Are you serious?
Yes, I'm dead serious.
Mancuda.
Oh my God! I
Right
thought
on.
Got a new gig.
knowing his sense of humor, you know.
No, he's on the TV
It's-
show. So tomorrow night on the TLC
true.
channel, 9 o'clock, season premiere of Virgins.
Oh, cool. Oh my God.
He looks good. He looks
He
real
does.
good.
He does.
He's lost
Ready
weight.
for this?
Yeah, I was going to say, looks a lot thinner.
Oh, key word lost. Haha.
Let's check
Yeah,
in
but-
with
Pun
John
intended.
Mancuda.
Hey, Tony and the gang. It is Mancuda. I just wanted to wish you a happy final show. Show me your dick. Oh my God, what a great idea for a show. What? Oh, guitar pick. Show me your guitar pick. What a great idea for a show. Yes. I watched every episode and great thing. And Pokorney, 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 me love you a long time. There you go. I get paid now, right? That's what they pay for, right? Hey, it's
That's what they paid for, right?
The best. The best.
Oh, God, he's so funny.
He is the best.
He was the standard for YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah.
Period.
I missed the Sandra call out. I missed that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wow.
Yes. Awesome.
He just
John,
brings so much
thank
joy to
you.
my heart.
He did. He brought some serious fun here for
Yes.
a few episodes that we did, and he had some badass guitars bought straight from the original artist owner. He had some famous guitars too. He
Right
did.
on, Lenny.
we got to see some real treats with his guitars.
Yeah, we did.
We got to see Mom, the original. Oh God, we got to see some historic guitars. We did the Poison. Oh shit, we did.
It was the best. It was the best.
And kudos. Thank you, John. Love you, man. I was a big fan of the Tuesday show years ago. All of us were.
So good.
Great fun there, bro. Still think about those episodes. I used
His
to have.
Halloween shows.
I know.
Never broke character.
That's
hard
there
to
was
do.
The best.
one where he was. Have I still got that in here?
The bang energy.
No, not that one. There was one.
Oh,
in
it was
here.
Osama bin Laden, or yeah.
Yes.
That was the one. He goes, and the bang energy.
That was, yeah.
No, I can't ID it. I don't know where it is. It's gone.
In the archives.
Yeah, it's gone amongst the downloads. But no, that was a great Halloween show, but over on Johnny's channel. Thank you to Johnny Bean too. Let me give a shout out to Johnny Bean. Thanks for all the first Van Halen live stream I ever watched that I really enjoyed. Johnny and Dave Nesdahl and Rob Johnson were interviewing Kurt Jeffries, the winner of the Lost Weekend, 84 Lost Weekend. Yeah. And they talk Ed, I sound just like you, brother. They talk Van Halen on they talk Van Halen on the internet? No shit.
Wow.
That was the first one you ever saw?
That was the
Actually?
first one I ever saw.
What year was that? 2019?
17, 19, somewhere in there.
Yeah, it's
Around there. Yeah.
Probably
been a few years, yeah.
It just came up in your feed by accident because you were searching. You do.
No, I don't know how I found it, but I really enjoyed it. And then when I happened to watch it live, but then I heard him say that they come back every week and they talk more Van Halen next week too. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm coming back.
Yep.
So
Look.
that's the first I ever heard, and you all know what the history there. But he was the original OG. He was live streaming before COVID. You know,
He was live streaming before YouTube was a thing.
right?
Yeah.
He had like a podcast over on Google or something.
He was even streaming before Ed started doing the nude male dance review. I mean, that was a long time ago.
What?
Hey, I'll be back in a couple of minutes, you guys.
Oh man.
All righty. I look up. Finally, I look up and in the chat, I have one comment in the chat, and then I look to the right and I see the private chat, and there's 16 commenting.
Most
of them are all
for
band
CK.
names.
A lot of them are lists,
Yeah,
though,
band
right?
names for Chris. Yeah.
I'm still
Actual
doing
lists
them.
are-
I love it.
Good.
I picked up much more. I thought I'd pick up 2 or 4 tonight. I got much more, so I couldn't be happier. I want to hit 80 this week, and then once I hit 80, I want to hit 100. First goal was 50. We blew that away.
Yeah.
Then it was 80. Now I want 100.
Well, then what? Are you writing a book?
No, statistic. We're gonna run them. Stats.
Oh, analytics.
You bet. What do you think? I'm wasting my fucking time here?
You're doing research.
You want some,
Absolutely.
want some charts?
You know who's killing it? You know
Charts
who's
and
already
graphs,
number
all
one,
kinds of
and I don't even have to say it. Just I can tell.
Van Halen.
Of course.
BH.
It's not even fucking close. Then I got this friend on the West Coast saying, I wouldn't put them in my top 100. How are they?
What?
I said, dude, 8 out of 10
And you're
lists.
still
They're
friends
on
with him?
it. He likes the Dead. I said, even the people that write the dead and
Walk.
Dillinger shit, it gets in there. It gets in there. It's always in there. Universally, between our generation, they are consistently the top band.
What's the age group though? So it's our generation. That
Well,
you're
I do go
polling?
younger. The younger people don't care about them. They're not on their list.
Okay.
They're not on their
So
list. I'm
it's
telling
all
you
like
right now,
Taylor
they're not on
Swift
those
and
lists.
whatever. Yeah. Okay.
Anyone 30 and under doesn't put them there.
Right.
Ever. Ever.
Well, it makes sense.
No,
I don't even know who they are.
I saw what you
There's
did there
more
with
of
the never, ever, ever Taylor Swift thing. I saw that.
Thank God she hasn't
That's
shown up
pretty
yet.
slick there.
She
Yeah, I'll look
ruined.
for the video
She's
on
not
that.
shown up yet. And I got my first kiss tonight. The first
She
kiss.
ruined all of Eastern Pennsylvania. She just ruined
We,
not
it.
on
we did
one
a
of
Taylor
my
Swift
lists,
episode.
Tommy. Not
We
There is
one.
a
did.
Taylor Swift. There is
She
a
just
Taylor Swift Show
carpet
Me Your
bombed.
Pick
She
episode.
ruined this whole area.
She sucks. Industry plan.
Like she
Look it up.
shat on the whole
She
area.
is.
She
She's
sucks.
a billionaire.
She
Well, her
sucks.
daddy's a billionaire.
Here's
There's
Steve
a
again.
there's
And her
a
daddy was a billionaire first. Her daddy's the head
Yeah, no
CEO
shit. That's
for,
all the plan.
what is it?
Oh, is this
Chase
Rosen?
Bank?
Steve, can you
Oh,
hear
there he
us?
is.
Led Zeppelin.
We hear that?
Very. There too.
Steve, are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Right on.
Deep Purple, Led Zeppelin.
All right.
Thank you
Well,
so
not
much,
anymore.
Brendan.
Yeah. So hopefully this connection lasts. I'm on a very windy road.
Ah,
Yeah.
I see. Steve, I want to say that I remember years ago in late September 2020, we were planning to do an episode about Deep Purple, and then I heard this weird, wild news on October the 6th about Eddie Van Halen, and we thought that we should just proceed with the Deep Purple episode of that weekend. But once we went live, Ed passed on October 6th, and we went live on like the 8th or the 9th or whatever. And it became apparent, although we started the episode as Deep Purple, it became apparent real quick that it was not Deep Purple.
Right. I remember, Tony. I remember. Yeah. October 6th. That was a bad day.
Yeah.
That was a Tuesday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
And actually, what I remember, I think it was on that episode, Tony. I had written sort of a little, I don't know, I hate to use the word elegy, but I had written a little thing on Facebook about Edward's passing, and Sandra read it out loud, and I remember that to this day. I thought it was it was very poignant, and it was wonderful, and I mean, she really made what I wrote really come alive, and that was very wonderful. That was very sweet of her to do that, and just to read that out loud like that, I know that took some,
Thank you.
what we call chutzpah. So
Nice.
I've never forgotten that, Sandra. So thank you.
Me either. That
Thank
was
you.
very lovely.
That was great.
It was well written, Steve, but it was well spoken and very on time, Sandra, when that night that you read that. And those words really gripped us, Steve. So
Did you rehearse it once or twice, Sandra, before you went live with it, so you knew how you were going to do it?
No.
Yeah. So here we are. So this is this coming October is the fifth anniversary of Edward's passing, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, that doesn't seem possible. That seems like it really just happened. I mean, that seems like a relatively short time ago.
I know it
You
is.
know, it was terrible.
That's
And
because it still resonates with y'all.
exactly, that's exactly what it is. I mean, he's out there, as much now as he ever was, and there's stories about him and podcasters, and obviously Wolf out there and keeping that legacy alive. And
Yeah.
Legacy will live on as probably the second most important guitarist since Jimi Hendrix.
Well, I would agree with you. I always looked at it this way. I thought that Edward was the most influential guitarist. And I only say that because Edward, part of his career, grew in the digital age, right? With computers and the internet. Jimmy was all analog. And we only knew about Jimmy from radio and magazines. So Edward's reach was just so much bigger, where Jimmy may have, reached a couple 100,000 people. I mean, Edward was reaching millions and tens of millions of people. That's why I say that. I think that maybe Jimmy was, I don't know, man, it's hard to say. Maybe it's a close tie. That's a really hard thing for me to say. I mean, Jimmy obviously was critical, and he influenced so many guitar players afterwards. So yeah, that's a tough one.
Well, it brings up an interesting debate that I wanted to ask you, Steve. Do you feel it's the same with Michael Jackson? Was in a period where there was only MTV and radio, whereas Taylor Swift is in a generation where there's social media. So by the comparison of Hendrix to Van Halen, and Van Halen being so much more, do you think it's similar to why Taylor Swift is so much bigger than Michael Jackson? Because Michael Jackson didn't have the benefit of social media. What say you?
Yeah, that's a wonderful analogy, man. That's absolutely what it is.
Wow.
And if you reverse those, and if it was Taylor, doing her thing back in the 80s, and Michael doing it today, Michael would have been, he would have sold 800 million records and been the biggest artist on the planet.
And contrary,
I think that's
Hendrix and Van Halen existed at the same time. I agree with you, Steve. Van Halen would have been bigger because he started the entire hair LA movement that happened. Everything that came in his wake is attributed to him. That whole scene.
He did.
Comes from him.
And absolutely. And if you think about, the fact that obviously he was an inventor and single-handedly, or
changed the
certainly
guitar.
In big part, right, created the custom guitar world. I mean, my God, that alone, I mean, you're talking about a huge audience.
The entire sound of the guitar.
So it's just different, and then a little bit after Edward, I suppose a little while, we lose Jeff Beck, and that was horrible. And I said before, Jeff was my favorite guitar player of all time. I think he's the greatest.
Oh, I wish I could hear what he was saying right now.
I'd
love to repeat that.
He is froze, Steve.
Can you?
Yeah, go back to the Jeff Beck point. We missed it. We missed the Jeff Beck point. Can you say that again, please? You dropped out.
Hello?
There, Steve? Yes, Steve.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Pick it up at
I'm
Jeff
sorry,
Beck.
guys. So Jeff Beck. So I think he was the greatest who ever lived. I think he could play any style. He was my favorite guitar player. But what I found strange was when he passed, that there was not that much said about him.
Yeah.
I mean, newscasters. Look, I wouldn't expect the newscaster on Channel 2 News to be a monster Jeff Beck fan, but it's like they had no idea who he was or what he had done. It was like I don't know. I found it distasteful and insulting to his legacy. And look, I get that. Right, I get that he wasn't Van Halen in terms of the number of records he sold, and he did instrumental music. I get all that, but I don't know. I just thought that he was treated really distastefully by the.
They do that to a lot of artists.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
they do that to a lot of artists.
Yeah. Vaughn was kind of forgotten, and he was massive.
That's true.
And it's where the mainstream media is at the time, and what the sign of the times are. Really is what it comes down to.
I think where we're at politically as a country, and do we need distractions and all that kind of shit too? Because that a lot of times something else tends to overshadow the death of other people, and it's usually something fucking political. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Right. He's 100% right.
This is true. Yeah.
Right. Well, Jeff Beck should have gotten more when he passed, but that's where we are in the world as music fans and the music media. No surprise, really, if you think about it, where we are. I mean, it would have been nice had there been more, but Ed got headlines when he passed because it helped them. It helped, so, but that once these aging rock stars, once they get older like that, they tend to be, not to say totally forgotten, but yeah, Jeff Beck needed much more, if he'd have died, Steve, maybe 15 years ago, that's all you would have heard about.
What do you think will happen when Jimmy Page passes? Do you think that'll just be a footnote? It won't be a big deal?
I think that's a great question. I think when Jimmy Page passes, I think that it'll be bigger than Edward's passing and Jeff's passing and everybody put together. I mean, those are my thoughts. I mean, because Led Zeppelin were so insanely popular,
and still are.
How about Clapton? Where would you put him in there?
No, not computer.
Clapton, yeah. I think the same way. I mean, because I think Jimmy and Clapton, they both sort of transcend the Guitar Hero thing. Obviously, they're Guitar Heroes, but Eric really has been more of a solo artist for the last, 30 years, as opposed to a Guitar Hero. I mean, those are my feelings anyway. And Jimmy, is, again, obviously he's a Guitar Hero and he wins guitar pulls, but he's more known as, the guy who founded Led Zeppelin. He's, more associated with Led Zeppelin than kind of the Guitar Hero thing. So those are my feelings. Because they had so many big records and, so many big songs and singles and things. So I don't know. We shall see. I heard that Richie Blackmore is also not doing very well. I think when Richie passes, I don't know if anybody will say, I mean, I don't know. Some things aren't fair, but the people who love these people, we keep them alive, and Tony, you keep them alive, and so we'll always listen to their records and stuff, and so. Yeah, if you think about it, I mean, that generation of those guitar players, that classic rock stuff, if you will. I mean, if you think of the people who listen to that, I mean, those people the fans are getting a little older, and maybe their popularity tends to go away because the fans are older and maybe they're not listening as much anymore. I don't know. Or they've sold their record collections. So I don't know. It's just a new generation, right? And I mean, I try to listen to the Grammys, and to me, it's unlistenable. I don't get it. I mean, guitar playing is sort of, not present in terms of the Grammys anymore. So
I know.
Steve, to your point, right? To your point, Steve, do you think when our generation or the generation that grew up with the 60s music eventually dies off, do you think a lot of these bands, the ones you've just cited, the ones from the late 60s from the British movement, in time, fast forward 20 years, 30 years down the line, do you think they will be forgotten?
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. A little hard to hear you. Could you please repeat that?
Sure. The generation that you're citing, the late 60s, the British movement, all those greats, your Beck, Clapton, Page, Hendrix, that whole grouping there. You'll probably throw a few more in, like Peter Green and shit, right? When that generation dies off within the next 10 to 15 years, 20 years, 30 years down the line, do you think those guitars will be forgotten?
Sorry, guys. My phone is dying. I'm going to try to plug into an adapter.
All right, Steve.
Hello.
Is he in an airplane?
I don't know. Sounds like it. All
That's
right.
a long drive.
We'll check in with Steve when he's
convertible.
Yeah,
Maybe?
I know.
Doing a Tom
So,
Cruise stunt.
yeah. Sorry
Top of
about
the
that,
mountain.
everyone. It's
That was a
beyond
good question,
our
CK.
control.
Well, I want to
Beyond
say
our control.
he thinks very deeply about these things. I want to know what his take is.
So let me give a big shout out here to those of you that have gone back in the playlist for Show Me Your Pick here on the channel into the early episodes of Show Me Your Pick. And there are probably about 4 or 5 episodes, good episodes. The first starting with
They were all good.
Rat, but our dear friend Gary Big G Tholander, who we used to hang out with here on the internet.
Big G.
Yeah,
My bro.
Big G, the big Viking dude.
Big, furry, fuzzy, furry, fun-loving Viking dude.
Yeah, that's it.
The big, furry, fuzzy, yeah, that is it.
Yeah,
That's how we used to introduce him. Here's my brother, the big, furry, fuzzy, fun-loving Viking dude.
The longest time I fell for that joke. I thought you guys were brother and sister.
We were.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Sister from another mister.
Are you really brothers and sisters?
Absolutely.
We miss Gary.
If you want us to be, then sure.
Okay.
Gary, Big
Gary
G,
very much. Many late night drunken conversations with that guy, and I'm just like, just live stream. And then he'd always be like, "Are you gonna come on it with me?" And it's like, "Oh, fuck, yeah, I guess." So then we'd start this live stream, and then he'd put it on this little chameleon in his garage and play guitar. He'd play Chevy Van. He would play Rock Candy. And if anybody knows the third song, you get to be king of the internet trivia today.
Wow.
We played 3 songs all the time. Chevy Van, Rock Candy. What was the third one?
That's a great question.
That's a good one.
The
I
asshole.
don't know that answer.
That I don't have no answer for.
And I want to know the answer.
Gary Big
Me
G.
Play
too.
the asshole song.
Yes, we miss Gary. Gary was our brother here on YouTube. Gary appeared here on Show Me Your Pick 4, 5, or 6 or 8 times, and just awesome rock fan,
Yep. Gear nerd.
guitar player, gear nerd, car gear nerd,
Yep. Big
but
G.
yeah,
Big G.
Miss Big G. So Gary and Sandra used to do a live stream, the communication breakdown, and during their hour that they would live stream, they found that on Gary's end, see, Gary live streamed from his house out in his garage, right?
Yep.
But the
Big G's
reception
garage.
was good out there in Big G's garage, and it was good out there. But Sandra and Gary started noticing about the second week that the ice cream man would ride Gary's neighborhood.
It wasn't your usual ice cream man.
Right.
Sandra needs one for pot.
They would
That would be
ride.
amazing.
Stop
And then, like,
by.
10 minutes later, have the taco truck go by.
Perfect.
Jay, the ice cream man, used to prowl the roads around Gary Big G. But
The
so
ice cream man passing himself by.
Gary started.
Jim, the ice cream man.
Jim, the ice cream man. Gary started waving this guy in while they were live streaming during their show, and making a purchase of this alcohol-laced ice cream stuff, and it wasn't
Frozen adult beverages.
Yes, it was adult beverages. It wasn't.
They all had liquor in them.
Can you get drunk off that? If you eat enough ice cream, can you get high?
Probably.
He liked, there was one that he liked particularly because it was strong, but the rest of them he said were just kind of, you knew it had alcohol in it, but they weren't as strong as that one that he would get later on, like every single time after.
Steve, can you hear us?
I can
Sorry,
hear
that's my
you.
phone
I'm back.
ringing.
Nice.
He's back.
Right on.
Let me give Steve a plug here. Steve has a online guitar pick store. If you go to ebay.com and you go to Spirit Nation, you'll find Steve's eBay store. A lot of guitar picks and other rock memorabilia up there for your liking. So go check that, Spirit Nation on eBay. There you go.
Actually, Tony, my guitar pick collection is gone.
It's gone.
Oh.
Yeah. So
you sold the whole thing in one shot.
I basically, yeah, go this way. You go this way. This is fine. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, so I sold basically that eBay collection. So the book is there, but yeah. So I'm kind of out of the guitar pick business.
Did you sell it to one guy all in one shot, like the whole thing?
I did actually. I actually sold it to Brian D'Amico.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He owns your entire collection.
Sweet.
Well, you didn't have to
Excuse
tell
me?
us. None of our business who bought it.
Brian is
Yeah, right.
Brian, the guy who he's talking about is a big guy in the guitar pick collecting world. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Brian is. Well, I mean, he arguably has one of the biggest collections, you know, I don't know in the world, but certainly, you know,
Yes, he
he's
does.
got a monster collection.
He does.
He does now.
It's now W.
Right? How many do you have, Tony? 7,000 or 10?
now
I've
huge.
heard 5, I've heard 7, I've heard 10. Which is
Tony's got over 10,000 picks.
That's what I like.
Well, maybe. I don't think 10.
So,
but
Steve,
With
Steve's like
duplicates and whatnot, you probably got over 10. Because some
Steve's
you've
like
got, some
Steve's
you've got
like
2 or 3 of.
Steve's link is in the chat.
Who is?
Steve's link is in the chat. ToneChaserBook.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tone Chaser you can get on eBay, and Tone Chaser you can find on my website, tonechaserbook.com. You can find it on Amazon, Reverb, and Etsy. So if any of you, any of you guys out there need a handmade purse and you need to put a book in it, go check out Etsy.
Nice.
Right.
Right
Yeah.
on.
So. Right on. Yeah, it's been great. Been really good. You know, we're in the 3rd edition, and yeah, it's been fantastic. Been doing some very cool podcasts of late. Did one with Jim Brewer. You know Jim Brewer, the
Oh my God,
Canadian?
Jim Brewer's
Jim
awesome.
Brewer.
Goat Boy.
Oh yeah.
On Saturday Night Live. The guy was
He's great.
really good.
Oh man,
I love Jim Brewer.
he looks
does a great
stoned all
Brian
the time.
Johnson. He does a great Brian Johnson impression. Yep.
He's also a huge heavy metal fan.
Yeah, he had read some of the books.
Oh.
But
your audio's cutting in and out.
Metallica concerts, which is pretty.
All righty.
Whoops.
Oh man.
The spinning wheel of death.
Oh man,
Yes.
it's the worst ride home ever.
All right. Sorry about
Long ride.
that.
It's okay.
All right.
How many hours does he live from his house? 3?
I know. I don't know.
Where was this party?
Yeah, really.
Far
Yeah,
away.
good party.
Damn.
Gotta look out for them parties in Hollywood out here.
Yeah, no.
All right. So let me give a big shout out here to our, if I can find it, our loyal sponsor, Greg at Legend Picks. If you want
Yes.
custom guitar picks,
Guy's
this is
awesome.
your guy.
Good guy.
He's made picks for Kiss, Cheap Trick, Ted Nugent, Styx,
Everybody.
Edvis.
Edvis,
Butt Cheeks,
Butt Cheeks,
Hey,
Fruitcake.
all the important people.
Yeah, so
Mine.
if you want
Or
custom
impotent.
guitar
I don't know.
picks, go to Legend Picks. Links are down in the description. Go get you a sack full of something to your liking,
He said sack.
and you can send me one after you get them.
I snorted.
Because I collect the fuckers.
You did. You snorted. That's funny. Yes. Greg is amazing. Quick response, low price, amazing.
All right, so let me ask you guys this.
No. Okay,
what the fuck are we all?
When I was
gonna
16.
do? What are we all gonna do
Oh.
next Saturday night?
Maybe watch Ryan.
Well, yeah, I was going to say Ryan's going to be just like a natural thing now.
I'll just be
For
in
me.
the chat and going, "Hey, can we come on?"
Well, I'll be watching Creature Features because it's on right now.
Nice.
Nice.
Or hang out with the wife.
Oh yeah, that we can
want
do
to
that.
do that.
What's Tony gonna do? That's the question.
Yeah, there you go.
He's going out.
Tony's
Ouch.
got. I have an idea.
O-U-T.
Pate.
Tony's going out.
Oh boy.
I'm getting up out of this chair.
I want video of that shit.
I'm so ready to get up out of this
We've
chair
been getting
right
out of
now.
the chair or what?
No, he's getting up out of the chair.
Getting up out of the chair.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Not getting it on in the chair, but getting up out of the chair, so I can be on my feet,
I know what
not on my ass.
Stop talking nasty.
North Carolina has no idea what's going to happen next Saturday.
Oh my goodness!
I know.
Oh my! Oh my!
They are in for
Oh
some
my!
shit.
I'm gonna show up out on the porch.
Lock your
Going,
door.
all
Alert-
right, I'm here to
alert
watch
the
Show Me Your
authorities.
Pick.
He's going to be out there
That's
in
just
his
why you're
chat.
gonna go out on your porch.
He's going to be out on his porch in his chats going,
Well, that's a
You can
start.
do that now, TK. Go. We don't
I know,
care.
I'm gonna be out on the porch.
Take the camera with you.
look at these
Show us,
cheeks.
show us your feet. Let's
Show
go.
us your deck.
Lewis.
Oh,
Maybe
man.
show us where you found the Bigfoot tracks.
I
There you
know.
go.
I know.
There's
Oh, that
Perfect.
would really be
There's
cool.
no snow now, so
Yes.
Oh.
I could.
you could.
What? A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit.
It is far too dark.
He's
Apparently,
got it made now, Sandra. Bigfoot does, because with all this AI, someone's going to see him and they won't even know.
But
That's
here's
right.
the thing, though.
Right.
Here's the beauty about YouTube is all you have to do is go on a old episode of Sandra Pantera Pokorney and watch a previous episode of Communication Breakdown, and
Booyah.
you'll see those pictures.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Squatch Squad.
Yeah,
was
Squad
my-
Live.
I was really into
gotta get
that.
my-
I hated to
promised
see
12
it
new
go.
Episodes this year, and I have.
I love it. I love it.
I have my outline for the 12 episodes, and I have 2 episodes wrote. I just haven't filmed anything, and
Yeah.
now that we're getting more warm, consistent weather, because my first one's on aliens, I gotta go film the sky. You know what the fuck are you gonna be looking at, right? So, yeah,
Cannot
they're
wait.
coming. They're coming.
Can't
Awesome.
wait.
Cool.
I'm just going slow about it. I got too many
Oh.
series and way too much shit to do, and I'm always writing, researching, or reading, editing, narrating. It's just me. Meet the team.
You're a busy gal.
Yeah. It does take a little bit if you have a YouTube channel, whether you live stream or just do uploads or whatever. It is it can be time consuming, and if you live stream and you do it on a regular thing, you can be quite passionate about it, whatever you talk about, but still it's fun as hell. I mean, to
Right.
hang out with other people and people that you meet, make friends with, and it's just awesome, I think, you know.
It takes time and effort and contributions from everybody.
It does. It's a total
Yeah.
team effort, but
It
but
is.
really the whole reason why we are ending Show Me Your Pick. I have a massive guitar pick collection, massive, even beyond these 253 episodes. But I started this thing in 2020 when I was not in good health. I had gut issues and joint issues, and this COVID thing happened shortly thereafter, and it was quite popular to be live streaming. Everybody and their brother were doing it, and
Yeah.
so were we. And
Yep.
Yeah.
we had a damn ball doing it. But that's where it started. It's been a 5-year progression, and I have slowly but surely moved my way back into good health, and with
2 new hips.
God bless.
two new hips,
Probably ready to hit the dance floor, right?
right?
Right on.
Exactly. So, with that said, I mean, I don't spend any time in this chair much anymore. I don't. I'm on my feet. I'm active. I'm doing things. I'm here. I'm there. You know,
There's nobody on this panel right now, Tony, that has no problem with you leaving this legacy behind and going out and start and living and enjoying your life the way you should be.
right.
Not
Amen.
not one of us.
And although this
More power to you.
This show and this live streaming has been so much fun, it ultimately started when I was not in great health, in poor health, and now I'm not.
Yep.
So, you know,
Get out there and enjoy things.
with all things considered, it is time to call it a day here with show me your pick. It's I'm happy with what we've all done here, but I'm sad that I don't get to see you guys next Saturday or the
Brendan, you got
Saturday
my
after.
letter loaded in?
Yeah, let's show that soon.
I do. 1 second, y'all. Okay.
I feel like Alice in the Brady Bunch right now.
You are.
Well, you don't look like Alice.
Okay, let
Right
me
on,
see if
brother.
I can read that small print.
Can you read that? I know it's small, but that's as big as I can read.
Yeah.
Okay. From me, show me your pick fans. Thank you for 5 incredible years. Dear watchers, listeners, supporters, guests, and friends, as we bring our live stream journey to a close after 5 unforgettable years, we want to take a moment to say thank you. When we started the show, we could have never imagined the incredible community that would grow around it. Every download, every comment, every shared episode has meant the world to us. Whether you've been with us since the beginning or joined somewhere along the way, your support has been the heartbeat of this project. To our listeners and or watchers and live chat, you beautiful live chat, thank you for tuning in week after week. Your curiosity, enthusiasm, and loyalty gave us the energy to keep creating. To our guests, thank you for sharing your time, your stories, and insights. Your voices helped shape our show and made it richer, deeper, and more meaningful. To our collaborators, editors, and behind the scenes team, your dedication and creativity brought each episode to life, and we couldn't have done it without you. Ending the show is bittersweet, but we're proud of what we've created and deeply grateful for the connections we've made along the way. While this may be our final episode, the conversations, laughs, and memories will live on. With all our love and gratitude, Fruitcake Tony, Steve Rosen, Sandra Pokorney, Gary Thalander, Bent Tom Harhigh, Charles Green, Brendan Boyce, Chris Kay, Ed Dubriel, Keith Campbell, and all of those who served on the Show Me Your Pick live crew. We will never forget you.
That's amazing.
Right on.
Well said.
All right, Sandra.
That's as good as it gets right there.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
Sandra's a great writer.
That is awesome.
Yes.
There's Steve. Steve, can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Can you see me?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Nice. I'm back home.
All right. Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, that was very nice.
Thank you.
Very
Yes,
sweet.
thank you, Sandra. Yeah, that
I'm okay.
was awesome. Yeah, this has been a week to week thing. We put this on every single week now for 250 some weeks, 5 years worth. A lot of rock fans, a lot of music fans out there that really liked our content here, and I want to say thank you for that. You know, there was guitar picks and rock memorabilia, and then there was a lot of Van Halen also, and you have one, you have the other. Catching a guitar pick in '81 from Eddie Van Halen got my collection started, is why we're here, is why Show Me Your Pick exists. And, you know, all roads do
All
really
roads.
lead back
Yes,
to
they
Van
do.
Halen.
All
Yes, they
roads.
do. Yes, they do.
So, yeah, that's where it all stemmed from, started from. We can't disguise it with yellow and orange and fruit cakes and fruit bowls and all. It's red, black, and white. It's Van Halen. It all comes back. It's full circle. Yeah, it's who we all are. You know, we all like a lot of different kinds of music, but fair to say that demographics around here, we're all Van Halen fans. And yeah, so yeah.
Yep.
All righty.
How do you follow Sandra's? Oh my God! How do you follow that?
I
Just
know.
one thing, Tony. I just want to tell you before we go. I was introduced to this community about 3 years ago when I saw Halenville live on YouTube. I was like, "What the? There's a village for oh my God! Who are these people?"
It's a place for Halen heads.
Halen heads. I said, "Shit, I belong there." So I started watching you guys. I started shyly going into the chat and all this stuff, and then eventually, history. It's all that I loved you guys, and I loved that the content that you created and the stuff you were talking about, and I was right with you, and your guests and everything, and then I started sending you little pictures here and there about the people and the avatars and all that stuff that you showed earlier. And then you invited me on the show, and I was like, "Wow, okay, yeah, I'll join, sure." So it's been quite a ride since then, and I appreciate you, Tony, and I love all the people here, and thank you.
Ed, you've been so great,
Ed.
bro.
Yeah, he was awesome.
It's been fun. It's been a lot of fun.
Right on.
Yeah, Ed has become the head of the art department around here. Ed is so creative, and yeah, Ed, dude, I
got emails about Ed. What do you think about this guy? And I'm like, he's good. He's really good. Pull the trigger.
Thank you, Sandra. I appreciate that from you especially.
I got emails about all of you guys. Absolutely, every single one of them. Yes.
Brennan and I are.
You still let us through.
We're talking, and we're gonna, do something.
We might do something in the fall. So
Good. In the fall.
We'll definitely be talking to Sandra and Ed, Sandra and Tony for fucking pointers for sure.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
But I don't know.
What's Mr. Rosen up to? What's Mr. Rosen going to be doing now?
What are you doing, buddy?
Yes. Thank you. You're home.
I'm home. While we were going in and out of connectivity, I heard Sandra talking about how I could never get my fucking chair, which I still keep. Jesus, God help me.
Take the wheels off, Steve.
Slowly, each episode, if
Oh
you
my
just
God.
slide down very
Exactly.
slowly.
I had an excuse. Where I am now, I've been here for about 4 years. So that first year when all that was happening is when I was still living up in the Hollywood Hills, and the
That's
floors
right.
were like this, you know. You put
Yeah.
a marble on the floor, and it's off in the corner, it's gone, you know. So, you know, if I put my feet up, you know, like on the lip of the chair, I would go sideways. These floors are totally flat, and I still can't get it. You're all centered. You got beautiful backgrounds. Me, it looks like I'm in a hovel. I don't get it. I don't get it. And I look, and whenever I have time to look at the camera, it means I can't see any of you guys, and it's really totally befuddling to me. So,
Well, what?
there you go.
Long story short, there in the early days of show me your pick, Sandra had to get my shit straight first here, and then when Steve showed up and we got to go live, she had to get his shit straight with his camera and audio and
And you know how I
everything.
did that? It was a lot of phone calls and emails and texts to Mr. Mitchell Heyman. The guy knows his shit.
Oh,
Thank
yeah,
you,
Mitch
Mitch.
does.
Yes, he does.
But after a little bit, we ironed out the kinks,
we took off.
and we were marching right along, and we were accumulating episodes every single week. We didn't know how long it was going to go. We just knew it was fun as hell and couldn't wait to next Saturday. That's all I knew.
Yeah. So, I wanted to show this. Can you guys?
Best storyteller. Absolutely, I remember that.
Oh my God.
I remember everything about it.
Hell
You
yeah.
guys sent that to me early on. I just thought that was.
Yeah.
You deserved it. Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I remember.
Awesome. That is awesome.
Really, really sweet, and I'll tell you, man, we all want to be recognized. I mean, I
Steve
don't care
sent me
what
flowers.
you do, who you are, recognition, man,
For my
that rates
birthday.
right up there.
They were amazing.
You know, in terms of what you can give to somebody. So, I mean, I've got it up on my main shelf of tchotchkes along with my other little bits and pieces, you know, and
Grammys, everything. Yeah, awesome.
I've never forgotten that.
That's very cool. Absolutely.
Just real quick, sort of maybe just a little bit of an update. So I was in Las Vegas this past weekend. They had a Las Vegas guitar trade show, and I was there with the book, and I shared a table with Rock Gods. Rock Gods is a project I was involved in. It's sort of the very, 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 very little brother of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So it's Rock Gods, you know, Hall of Fame, but it's celebrating more, you know, the more undersung members of a band, producers, photographers, all of the, you know, the peripheral
Behind the
people
scenes people, yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
you've talked about Rock Gods here before, Steve.
Oh, did I?
That's
Oh,
awesome.
cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an amazing organization, you know. And Cindy Landine, the lady who put it together, I mean, she's just been great. So I shared a table with her, and then the next night, Saturday night, there was like the Rock Gods induction, and the inductees played. So Jason Hook was there from Five Finger Death Punch. He played, who's an incredibly good guitar player. Ira Black is a bass player who plays with everybody. He's one of those guys. Todd Kearns. Todd has played with Slash and a bunch of other bands. Danny Serafine was there, the drummer from Chicago. That was amazing. I mean, this guy must be, he's certainly in his late 70s, and they did their version of I'm a Man, but that was pretty amazing. But that was pretty fun. You know, kind of driving to Vegas in the early morning and hanging out for a couple of days. It was hot. Oh my God, was it hot? You know, and driving back. So that was pretty cool. And what else has been going on? Yeah, just, you know, concentrating on the book, which has been going great. I got
Steve,
the book.
the audio version of your book is, you know, you actually using your voice, the stuff you've been doing with Adam, that really needs to be mentioned. That is a whole next level, and you are so personable. Your voice is awesome, and hearing you tell your stories, priceless. It's priceless.
Oh man,
priceless.
I really appreciate that, Charles. Actually, I had actually forgotten about the audiobooks. How
could you do that? How could you do that?
I don't know. Yeah, so that first audiobook came out. It's been out about a year now.
It's been about a year,
right? And it took me a long time to kind of, I don't know if come to grips is the right term. I just didn't know. I didn't know if Tone Chaser would translate into an audiobook, because my first instinct was, when I thought, well, let's see if we can put this together, was for me to, I take that back, was for me to find a narrator, you know, find some professional narrator who's going to read the whole book, you know. But then I went out there, you know, and I listened to some of the Audible books up on Audible, narrated by professional narrators, and I mean, look, they were flawlessly executed, right? They didn't stumble over words, but they seemed to be so sort of emotionally dry. I just it was almost like monotone, and the books that they tended to read were more sort of novels, right, where it wasn't really a book of kind of strict narration and then interviews. So they weren't reading like multiple parts. It was basically, you know, one voice that they were reading. So it kind of made more sense, but somehow it just left me cold. So, you know, I thought about it. I thought, well, maybe I could read it, you know. I mean, I do know how to read. I mean, come on, guys. No, I'm kidding.
No, you're the perfect fit.
But I thought, okay, let me try. And it was really, really incredibly challenging. So you write these words that this guy, Steve Rosen, wrote were never meant to be recited by him, you know? And so I tended to use like a lot of alliteration and assonance, and, you know, the guitar growled, you know, and the string sizzled. I mean, that stuff sounds great.
You don't give yourself enough credit. You have an incredible vocabulary. You're a journalist, Steve. You got all the words, brother. You really do, man. You really do.
So, you know, after a few stumbles, I think I got it. And what I was really looking for was sort of that voice. And by that, I mean, you know, I didn't want to come across too maudlin or sad, and the sad parts or sound like it was, you know, I was laughing, and during the happy parts, you know. So finding that voice was cool. And I was originally going to read all the interviews myself. So, you know, so I come to the interview, and I'm thinking, you know, so this is Steve Rosen. So Edward, when did you first play guitar? Steve Rosen's voice. Well, I started playing guitar when I was. I thought that's the most ludicrous and inane thing I'd ever heard. No one's going to listen to that. They're going to come to that part, and they're going to stop listening. So I thought, well, how do I get around this? I thought, well, goodness, what if I could use the actual interviews that I did with Edward, you know, and we could embed those. And that's the route we took. And that took a long, long time. It took about 8 months putting all that together. And Adam Roach, he's out here in the audience here. He went through, man, and he cleaned stuff up, and he embedded this stuff. And what made it so difficult is that an interview. I may have broken up an interview in the book. There might have been some little thing that I said in parentheses. Well, he now had to insert those 5 words from me in there, you know, and do it anyway. At the end of the day,
Sure.
I think it came out really amazingly well. And there's actually stuff in the audiobook that you're not hearing in the
That's right.
that you're not
That's
reading
right.
in the hardback, because I tended to let the interview run, you know, in
Yes.
the book, you know, I had to edit that stuff down, so, you know, for space. But in the audiobook, you're kind of hearing, you know, more of the complete interview. And you're hearing, you know, all of these parts where Edward's noodling and playing around. And
That's the magic. That's the magic right there. And you were talking about your voice. You can hear, you can sense when we're listening to you in the audio form. You get excited. You may not even notice it, Steve, but you actually get excited, and you can hear your voice elevate slightly. And when you make a remark or something where Eddie said something, and you're like a little surprised, it's perfect. It is absolutely perfect. You've set the standard as far as I'm concerned. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely.
you're very, very generous, you know.
No, you're a legend, Steve. We're so fortunate. We're so fortunate to have got to spend the time we have with you, interact with you on one-on-one with this show and this community. It has been priceless. Priceless.
Well,
Thank
I
you.
said,
Thank you.
Well, thank you, man. I said before, maybe we were cutting out, but you know, you guys have been so amazing, and you know, I mean, I really look forward to my time, you know, being here and talking to you guys, and you guys are great. I mean, you know, you just, I mean, like I said before, you were great for my soul, and we all want to be respected and you know, embraced for what we've done, and you know, you guys have done that incredibly, you know, so that will always stay with me, you know. And if any of you guys don't have the audiobook and you want it, well, just send in your $39.99 and I'll send it.
Right on, buddy.
I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding. You guys can send me your emails and I'll happily send them to you. And then just very quickly, this past January, I came out with the second audiobook, which I've called Van Halen's Voices. And basically, I think it's the last chapter in the book is called Van Halen's Voices. And that's basically the oral narrative section where you have different people talking about Edward. And so I have went and sort of grabbed those interviews. So there's, and some of the stuff you've heard on my YouTube page, that great interview with Alex, and there's Michael is up there, and Dave. There's a pretty short interview with Gary Sharon. It's funny, I reached out to Gary. I spoke to him, it was much later, 2010 maybe, and I think he was coming out with a solo record. But of course I was going to ask him about his time in Van Halen. I don't think he was real happy talking about that, to be honest with you. And I kind of get it, but I think he, you know, kind of wanted to talk more about his solo career and what Extreme was doing. But that's pretty interesting. And there's a pretty interesting interview with Sammy from '86. Must have just joined the band. But I don't think Sammy did many interviews at all where it was just Sammy. It was always, or pretty much always Sammy and Edward. And there's a couple other cool ones in there. Kevin Hill, who played in the Broken Combs, which is a band that, you know, Edward and Al had when they were literally little kids. And Kevin talks about them playing Fort, you know, Cowboys and Indians. I mean, God, that was an amazing interview.
Right.
And Rudy Laren is in there, Zeke Clark, Kim Fowley, who's a name check on the back of the first record. He was like a Hollywood guy who kind of was one of the early people to kind of latch onto Van Halen. So that second volume is pretty cool. So pretty happy with that. Yeah.
Excellent.
Nice.
Yeah. So. Those are really good for you, buddy.
I like them.
They're very, very healthy. all those berries, blueberries, blackberries, strawberries, raspberries.
Gummies.
These in the market lately are just huge.
They're kidney friendly.
Yeah, they're just huge.
They're huge.
5x7.
Stop it.
All day long.
Ha ha ha.
Love feet.
All right, so I guess if you guys have anything else, let me know.
Tommy's cracking up.
If you guys have anything
He's gone. Gone.
Bye-bye.
He's trying to show me his feet, though. That's what's going on.
He's gonna fall over.
You don't like that crap. I mean, come on.
Yeah, this is gonna be the time that we are gonna wind things down, I guess, here for the last time here on Show Me Your Pick. Good gosh, it seems like just last week we were wondering who we were just starting this Show Me Your Pick and who we doing next week. Yes, it was. This has been just.
What letter are we on?
I know. This has been so much fun. Look at where we've all come since 2020 in June here on Show Me Your Pick and other places. But us collectively, we managed to still at least show back up on the last show. Analog Kid, I want to thank you, sir, for number one, for being alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Thank you.
Yeah. We thought during the hustle and bustle of COVID about 4 years ago, Analog Kid had a lot going on in life, and he dropped off the map, and we had to search for him, and we could not find him. And Sandra, Brendan, Bent Tom, me, we all looked in our own times, and we talked about it, and you look here and I'll look there, and
I'll
even
call the jails, you call the hospitals, I'll call
Analog
the prisons,
Kid,
call
you don't
these,
even
and we all
know
did
this.
searches, and we found like your relative cell phone numbers and shit, but we didn't call any of them because we don't know if people still have them numbers or not.
Right.
It was just really weird, and don't ever do that again.
Yeah, so
There you
Analog
go.
Kid, you don't know this, but while you were missing in action,
Isn't that other kid missing right now? What's his name?
Yes, Keith.
Keith
Campbell. I always forget his name.
Campbell's missing right now. But while you were missing, Lenny Lou lives up near you.
Oh shit, yeah.
She was searching for you up there, and she could not find you.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, I guess if I ever want to go into the witness protection program, I got it down.
No, you got
do,
it down
bro.
for sure.
Good job.
Right on.
No one will ever find you.
Do.
Right
So
I'll have to
apparently
keep a low profile, Tony.
after that little trick, I'm not convinced that Elvis is dead, bro.
Or Jim Morrison.
Or
I know.
Tupac.
Jim Morrison's in Africa.
Never know.
Yeah. So Analog Kid, dude, we spent a lot of nights here on Show Me Your Pick and Halenville, and thank you for
John.
all those nights.
Mancuda.
There he
Right
is.
on, John.
Sending you all much love, hugs, thank yous, and a huge salute to 5 great years. It's been an awesome honor to be a guest on your show, folks. Me love you long time. Me love you long time.
Oh.
Right on.
That's awesome. Thank you, John.
Yeah, thank you, John.
Right
Love
on,
to your
John.
mama.
Yeah, such a
Yes.
pleasure, bro, having you here, man,
Yes.
and knowing you. We were huge fans of guitars and '80s metal on Tuesday. That Tuesday show, that was fabulous, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. John, God bless you, dude.
Yeah.
Right on, John.
And we'll all be looking for you tomorrow, Sunday, for that season premiere, Virgins.
No, June
There-
9th.
June 9th. It's not tomorrow.
It's Monday night.
Monday.
9 p.m.
Oh, it's tomorrow now 'cause
TLC.
it's Sunday.
Season
It's
premiere of
Sunday,
Virgin.
so it is.
It's Sunday now.
Is it Sunday now?
Oh, for us. I don't know about
Is
you.
it really?
Technically,
shit,
it
almost
is.
Is it Sunday for you?
All right, yeah.
Oh, not for Sandra yet.
No, not for me. It's
She got
almost
another half
midnight.
hour. Oh Jesus. What are you doing?
Hey, Sandra, your quarterback's going to the
Brendan, you couldn't see me?
Pittsburgh
I don't have a
Steelers.
quarterback. Jordan
The Steelers.
loves
He's
staying
going to the Steelers.
Jordan loves staying right in Green Bay. What are you talking about?
I know. I know.
All right. So we
But
are.
Rogers, did he sign?
I don't know.
Or is he still
He did.
him and Han?
He
Don't know.
No,
We don't
he,
know.
he
That's
signed.
his magic 8 ball.
He signed today for 1 year.
Rogers got problems.
There you go.
He does. He
All
should've
right,
never left you.
kids.
Anyway.
Yes.
I want to thank legendary rock guitar or rock journalist Steve
And rock
Rosen.
guitarist Steve Rosen.
I want to thank Sandra Pokorney.
Oh my God.
I want to thank Analog Kid. I
Back
want
from
to
the
thank
dead.
Bent Tommy, our brother.
Woo!
Charles
Right on,
Green.
Tommy.
Love you,
Right
Charles.
there.
Hey, you guys.
Love
Right
dog.
on, guys.
Chuck
I
Verde.
want to thank Edvis in the house.
He was pooping.
All right.
I was not.
He's not pooping.
Brendan,
You're forever going
Oh,
there.
Brendan.
Woo!
What's up, B?
Love you.
Love you
Hard
guys.
hands. That's
Yes.
not a- I bet they're drunk over there.
Right on.
And then, Tony,
I'm horrible at fucking guitar.
how about you?
All right. So
You'll be
this
okay,
is
Woo! Love you, Tony. Thank you.
everybody.
this
Oh,
is
yeah.
the
Right
end
on,
of
Tony.
Thank you,
end of
Tony.
the run.
Ultimate.
We are gonna bounce out of here at this point. All these people, thank you so much. Everybody in the chat for 5
Green Roots
years.
and
All
shenanigans.
our friends who we've met. Thank you. I love you. God bless you. We'll see you soon. Support this community. Okay?
Yes.
Continue to support the YouTube live streams. Do that. Support Charles Green and Sandra.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Get out there and get them picks.
yes, thank you for allowing me for 5 years to show off these guitar picks and this rock memorabilia and talk about these bands who this stuff belonged to. You know, because the stories behind them, all the people have come on that told us about the guitar pick that Jeff Beck gave them, that they wore it down to a nub or whatever. There's countless stories about our heroes giving us guitar picks. You know, that acknowledgement from our musical heroes. That's why we're here. That is precisely why we are here. You know, it's just that little bitty 10-cent piece of plastic that looks something like this that we play our guitars and basses with. Yeah, that's all that it is. Everybody, thank you so much. Share these live streams out. I hope that you will continue to watch these live streams on this YouTube channel for years to come. Stay tuned on this channel for future uploads, rock memorabilia uploads right here on behalf of all of these guys and the ones who aren't here, Neil Daly, John Conklin, Adam Roach, who could not join us this evening, Keith Campbell. Thank you all so much. This has been so much fun. But thank you for your time here, all my co-hosts, and thank you for your friendship. It will last me a lifetime. And that is the most valuable of all of this. Okay? So, yes, everybody have a great night. God bless you and thank you from the bottom of my heart.